Okie dokie. Oh, man. Sorry for squeakies. There we go. Oh. Bright. Oh, it's bright. Oh, I should not close that. Pause it.
General of the base. He was friends with the guy who did all the solar in El Paso, and they were skimming a lot of money off the top.
Yeah, that's that's government contract work for you.
Oh, absolutely.
I do think, and this is gonna be me just doing one last little pontification here. Renewable is inevitable, and it's going to end up being a mix of solar, wind, nuclear, and other. And anyone who's pretending that nuclear is not a good solution is not really good faith.
But what about
they hear the word
Chernobyl?
nuclear and they say bad.
Yeah.
Well, you also had the double standard of,
Chernobyl-
a country like Iran's trying to make nuclear energy, and we're like, nope. So,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because we're like, they're making nuclear and then ending the sentence there. And
yeah, right.
Big true.
There's a lot more that goes into that, but in
Yeah.
general, it's pretty affordable. In fact, solar now is the cheapest general energy supply at this point. Like cost per kilowatt.
I mean, it's free. We get the sun every day, don't we?
hell yeah,
Not
brother.
up here, you don't. Hell yeah.
Aw.
It sucks to suck.
It's another
Pacific
fun, just a fun
Northwest,
reference.
baby.
Yeah, a fun reference that people might help give some context is Germany, and I think 2017 to 2018 actually managed to get over 90% or 95% of their entire energy production during a July day from renewables, which is 90% or 85% solar. Germany's solar allotment, or what do you call it, like this, their radiance totals throughout the year are about the same as Anchorage, Alaska. So when you're talking about people like, oh, you can't do it in the States because there's too much rain or whatever, we have one of the best places in the world when it comes to total radiance in the Southwest. The only other place in the world that is even close to that is the Sahara and West Australia. So anyone who's making that argument is absolutely in bad faith.
Dude,
and I hate it when I see it.
those solar farms that cook up right outside of Nevada, like on the border of Nevada, California.
Yeah, one of those are the concentrated ones. Yeah,
Those are nuts.
those are
I
liquid
I
salts.
drove past them for no reason.
Those are neat.
My
are-
grandpa lives in Arizona. He has solar panels on his house. And he was trying to tell us how renewable energy isn't going to work out. It's not the way. He hasn't had to pay for energy in years.
I think you just
I don't
kind of
understand.
I think you've just kind of hit on the head why it's harder to roll this out. It's stuff like that. Multiply that by millions of people who think the same way, and
I don't understand why solar isn't mandatory in SoCal, for example, because
isn't it now?
Yeah, SoCal, Nevada, all those
I
areas.
mean,
Arizona.
but not on every building. I don't think.
I thought that. Well, no, there's always exceptions, but I thought it was. I thought it was mandated for commercial and multi-family residential, but that may not be statewide. That may be localized. I don't remember.
Maybe.
All right, let's get this going.
Yeah.
Porkins is going to be joining in a few. Derpy is here, but off to the side, chilling, so she'll be listening in. But there you go.
Oh.
And so let's get this bitch going. So on the last episode,
That Yarlaxle says stupid, sexy Yarlaxle on the side.
oh yeah,
How did I
stupid,
not notice that before?
sexy Yarlaxle.
Been there
We'll
since
just
day
look
one.
at stupid, sexy Yarlaxle as we summarize. Okay, so past episode, the party is introduced to the Silver Bullets at the Hook, Line, and Sinker. The party's leader, Mokrem, a dwarf, converses with the party and gives intros to the other members of this adventuring group. There is Vale, the Tabaxi sorcerer, Mike, their warforged cleric, Fang, the bugbear rogue, Nif, and Nif, the kobold bard. Mokrem himself is their fighter. Nif is of course interested in Crix, and Vale shows some curiosity with Hyrokin, feline to feline. Volra is not entirely happy with the lawfulness given off by Mike, so she throws a mug at him. Instead of a fight, Mike assesses the situation and congratulates Cora on a good throw. Thad then asks Mike for some help with the metallic pieces he has collected. Mike obliges, but Val has more flashbacks as she remembers more details of her harrowing crash. She now has a general idea of where the crash site actually is. Cora takes some initiative and works on the pieces of the item. Comes together to form some sort of strange alien-like weapon. Val also describes what seems to be an illithid who was watching her while she was traveling in the ship. But her description seems to be smaller than what others believe to be the right stature of the Mind Flayer. Cora ends up picking a fight as the night goes on and beats up the local tavern big shot. Malcolm states that they are going to head out to some of the other 10 towns to see if there's anything that needs to be done there after they, already took care of the Dugan's Hole problem. See if they can help out with any of these other situations. The party gets recruited by Trovis to go search out for the source of some Knoll raiders in what is called the Cackling Chasm. A local tavern goer then lets the party know that he knows the secret location of the tower that a wizard who was burned at the stake in East Haven that you witnessed was looking for. The party takes out their map and charts their next destination. Leveled up, got stronger, and are ready to hit the wilds of Icewind Dale.
I don't know about the whole stronger thing.
Yeah.
Is your constitution increase not keeping up with inflation?
Yes. I refuse to accept Dogecoin advertising on the stream. Dogecoin propaganda. So we start off the session with a night ending in the tavern. You're going to be able to room up and sleep in the Northern Light Inn to get a good night's rest. And in the morning, you are ready to set out. The local tavern goer has pointed out on your map where the location of this lost tower, this special tower that wizard was trying to find is. And as you guys kind of are getting ready, getting all your stuff together, we'll take a little bit of time in the morning now to figure out what do you guys want to do for preparing? What are you guys doing to actually get ready for your first kind of foray out into the wild? The furthest you've been is just that outpost in near Kelvin's Cairn. This area is definitely going to be quite the trek.
Well, we have snowshoes, correct, from the last purchase.
Yes.
Crampons, we got that gear.
Anything we could, I would imagine we could get some more, backup heavy cloaks and food and stuff like that we put into our party wagon.
Sure. What do you guys want to do for food and stuff?
We gotta get something for the bears too.
You currently do have 3 kind of semi-frozen, frostbitten corpses of reindeer on the roof of your war wagon.
It's better than rotting, so.
Yes, they are preserved. The cold temperature outside has kept them from turning rotting and putrid. Granted, if you want to feed the bears the rotting corpses of reindeer, they'll probably eat it and they'll probably be okay. However, for yourselves, you got to figure out something to at least give yourself some decent amount of supplies. Your destination.
I've never had a deer popsicle before.
Deer
All
popsicle.
we need to do is find and kill more awakened deer. It's not a problem.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So
Wait, do they have to be awakened, or can we kill them when they're sleeping?
sleeping deer. So your first destination, if you are to make your way to this tower that the wizard was looking for, is about 12 miles away. That's going to be roughly about a full day's journey to get there. Granted, you're going to be off of the main pathway. You're going to be forging your way through the snow and the tundra. But you do have 2 polar bears and a very large war wagon. I guess the question would be, what are you going to do also with your goat wagon? The goats and the sheeps.
Oh.
Can we trust anyone with their well-being?
What if we just sell it?
That I should put you down.
For real though, do we want to be babysitting these goats? We can do.
Well, it's either we sell them or we find a place to
Pay.
Put
So
them
either we
up.
sell
Yeah.
them to somebody and we can come buy them back later, or we pay
We're gonna pawn our
somebody.
goats.
Yeah, we're gonna pawn our goats.
Well, the
or-
thing, you do know that like this town did lose. You brought back 1 goat from the outpost of them. Another one happened to not be there anymore. And you have noticed that the townsfolk actually, in terms of like their meat sustenance, tend to value the fish from like the different lakes, as opposed to trying to farm or like get meat from these livestock.
Goats are for wool and for
Goats are for actually the goats would be for milk.
milk.
Yeah.
Goats are for milk, sheep are for wool.
Yes, exactly. Like that's warmth and milk. Both like milk is obviously some sort of nutrient, but for the most part, they're too scrawny and they're not fat goats and fat sheep. They're just their fur is what keeps them warm and keeps the villagers warm. So if you're interested in selling them, they would be more than welcome here in Caer Konig. They've come from all over the place, so they're probably from multiple different villages at this point, and the Verbigs probably just grabbed whatever goats and sheep were passing by. But you could probably fetch a decent amount for them if you're looking for some extra coin.
I mean, we're not as much looking for coin as we are looking for not getting our sheep and goats murdered when we go out into the wilderness.
Right. So the two options that you probably have is you could leave them at the inn themselves, like the Northern Light Inn, where they would be put to use in terms of probably like goat's milk.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing is we'd be like, hey, we're gonna leave our goats and sheep here. You can use their milk and their wool in exchange, but when we come back, we want them back.
Sure, the inn would be more than happy to take care of it. So the sisters who run the inn at Caer Konig, the Northern Light, they're fine with taking them off your hands for now and watching them. They have a little bit of a the stable out back where they can house them. There's enough dry hay and grass there that they can pretty much take care of it. The Frozen Far expeditions would gladly take the sheep off of your hands for now.
Okay, so we have babysitters for our goats and babysitters for our sheep.
The Frozen Far expeditions would take the sheep off because they are, or would look after the sheep because they're the outfitters of the town, and actually are pretty, would love to have the ability to make more warm weather clothing or cold weather clothing with the sheep stuff. Okay. Anybody opposed to that? So leaving it with Allie and Corey, the Shorehead sisters at the Northern Light, and then leaving the sheep for cold weather clothing with Atenna Swift, who runs the Frozen Far expedition.
Yes, lease our goats and sheep.
Mhm.
Yes.
So the folks at the Frozen Far expeditions, Atennas, he gives you a proposition. He says that if you're willing to actually sell the sheep to them, they'd be willing to outfit you with their weight in rations.
That might be a good deal, actually. Do we need the sheep versus the
They
goats?
provide
we don't
such
need the
great
the sheep
warmth.
or the goats.
No need, but do you want them?
I know
Yeah.
Thad he'd be attached to them though. So
Yeah, I think
We have to at least keep Long.
yeah, we can keep a couple of them.
This is,
I
I
was
mean,
talking to
they
Logan
have
last
a
night. He's doing
shit ton
fine.
of rations of basically like what would equate to hardtack and dried jerky for you guys to
How
subside
much would
on.
that cost in money? The same
It would
amount.
cost the same as normal rations, so 5 silver for I think 10, is it?
Yeah, but I'm just wondering because their weight in rations, how much would that be?
Oh, I don't know.
Should we ask the goats
So, a
how they feel
ration-
about everything?
One ration is 2 pounds.
Actually, yeah, we should ask them.
We could. We
Okay.
could
We
definitely.
can actually do that.
Yeah.
Mr. Goat, how do you feel about being sold?
The goat
You're gonna
the
let
goat looks up
somebody
at you. The goat looks up at you with the telltale goat eyes, the strange pupils, and just says, "What is sold?"
Do you want to come with us or do you want to stay here?
We are scared of the bears. They want to eat us when you are asleep.
Well, I don't sleep, but I do know what you are saying.
You cannot protect us from the bears.
Oh, absolutely. I can't, no. Okay.
I just imagine like the sheep, like the goats and sheep were like all like talking amongst each other. As soon as this conversation started, they just pushed this goat forward. Just for us.
I speak
spokes
for the
goat.
goats.
I spoke to the goats and they say they want to stay here. I
Mm.
think it's best if we sell them.
Well, the goats, if they desire to remain, we can at least come visit them in the future.
Mhm.
We can see them on the weekends.
I can pet Donk. He is very soft.
So if you were to sell them for their weight in rations, it would be 350 rations.
Okay, yeah, that's good, I guess.
Oh, can we even? Oh, we got a wagon. We can stash them.
Yeah.
How do we keep the bears out of the rations?
That's for you to
That's
decide
a
how to
future
do.
problem. Yeah.
We keep them fed with
How
the
a
deer.
duration? Or is it just like an infinite, like dried rations kind of thing?
They're dry rations. They don't have a. They definitely do not have an expiration. The rations they
Bacon.
sell, they're basically suitable for extended travel. So jerky, dried fruit, hard biscuits, and D's nuts.
Yeah, got you.
All right. So in exchange for, are you selling the goats and the sheep, or just the sheep?
I think all of them. I think it's
Okay,
an all or
then it
nothing
would
thing.
be 350 rations.
We'd hate to break up any couples.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess we could sell the cart too, right? Then they have a cart.
The cart is in pretty piss poor shape. You did
Okay,
repair
well-
it, but you've been fucking off-roading that bitch for quite some time.
Let's donate it.
Wait, take
to,
Off-roading our sedan.
oh.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
gonna say
sure
we could
there's
take it apart
some-
and take the good wood from it. Like,
It
we
could
might
also
find use
still be
for it.
utilized as a trailer for up to your wagon.
Or I'm sure there's
what
a.
Neon is saying is we could build a boat.
Can't we find a carts for children like thing and just donate
Oh,
it and get
Cars
tax money
for
back?
kids.
for kids.
1-800 cars for kids.
No, stop, please! I've cursed myself.
I mean, y'all can do what you want with it, but you're not gonna be able to sell that cart. It's pretty secondhand at this. The Kelly Blue Book value for it is like 1 copper.
Negative.
We totaled it on this
We
last.
knew-
June.
we never should've
It's
driven it off the
literally
lot.
cheaper just to go out and crash the thing.
Collect
I
the
think-
insurance.
Yeah, we have
If
these
we
as
use
cart
it as
insurance.
if we use it as a trailer, we could collect more for the bears and not ever have to worry about it.
Just
Yeah,
have
we
it
could
be
try
a
it.
meat trailer.
Then-
It's where you put the bodies in the cart.
And we can just do that until it finally falls apart and then just leave it behind.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
we're just gonna like litter. It's
Bro,
fine.
y'all about to be the biggest white trash ass looking.
Now there's an RV.
You say that like we're not already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thad's halfway there.
I feel
All
like
right.
this is the
I
redneck
literally
party.
started a bar fight.
Yes. You got
Someone
it.
was too lawful, apparently.
All right, so we got 350 rations. You guys are gonna be set as long as nothing gets into your cart and gets them and you keep them away from the bears. You guys will be set. As you're gathering in the town square in Kaer Konig, Mokrem comes out of the inn as well, where apparently they were staying too. And he kind of approaches the party and stays in the periphery as you guys are latching the wagon to the back of the big war, or the cart to the back of the big war wagon. His eyes grow large as he realizes that what you guys have as your means of transportation. He goes, "Oh, I didn't see you coming with that last night. Holy shite, that thing is mad. Where the fuck did you get that? We're stocked with just dog sleds and whatnot."
Should kill more goblins.
Yeah, we had a murder for this one.
This one's stained with blood.
There's
Tap
a-
the side of it.
Yeah, there's a pause for a moment.
We all look back at it affectionately.
You could fit so many corpses in this bad boy.
Oh shit! What were we called again? We had a name for it.
Oh my goodness, you had a
It's
lot of
the
names
Yif-
for it.
It's the Yif
The
skiff.
Yif skiff.
So yeah, you slur some of those wee nubby goblins then, eh?
Aye.
Mhm. I suppose we just found them around in the wilderness, so perhaps you can find one and beat their ass and take it too.
Well, keep an eye out. Before you head out, I just wanted to extend a bit of an offering from the Silver Bullets to you. We're going to be sticking around 10 towns, heading down to East Haven, checking that place out, and then maybe heading west over to Bryn Shander and the other towns in that direction. Want to check out Targos, maybe Lonely Wood, Termaline, see if they got anything that needs to be doing. We're not quite ready just yet to be venturing out into the wilds like you are. You got a little bit more under your belt, it seems. So, he kind of fishes in his pocket. If you're wanting to, update us or get a hold of us, Lord's Alliance kind of outfitted us with a few of these trinkets and doodads and whatnot, but we're pretty much always together. And he like sheepishly kind of like looks down. You want a sending stone, so you can we can like check in on each other.
Are you flirting with me?
I mean, what? No, we're just wanting to, we're two of the adventuring parties up here. We gotta, look out for each other. Adventuring parties get into all kinds of shite, and well, you fucking want it or not?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Are sending stones like a common thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're, I
We
think,
will-
literally a common.
Yeah, they're
magic
literally
item.
no, they're uncommon, but
Okay.
they're uncommon in terms of a magic item, but they are pretty common to be issued out to, as standard, like a standard magic item to be issued out to an adventuring party if their benefactors or patrons are well off. Kind of makes the party that came out of Luskan a little bit jelly that your boy Jarlaxle didn't really give you guys much in terms of he gave you a contact in Bryn Shander, but that's about it. So they hand you a one of the sending stones, and it basically has the kind of what is your opinions on the Lord's Alliance?
It's a name.
Sounds fancy.
Thad is immediately suspicious.
Well, okay, considering that we are we were hired by Jarlaxle.
Yeah.
He wants in with the Lord's Alliance.
Well, he is. So at this point in our group's canon, Luskan is a part of the Lord's Alliance, but Luskan is and not Jarlaxle. Jarlaxle is by Shadow King of Luskan, but
Right.
he is glad that he is part of the Lord's Alliance, but he has no love for the Lord's Alliance. And for most people, the Lord's Alliance represents
Order and
the bourgeois, the hoity-toity bureaucrats of most cities who are more interested in keeping the status quo than they are interested in any sort of change or actual work being done for like social means and stuff like that.
So in other words, this completely hinges on how much our characters want the guillotine to come down.
It hinges on how much your characters have interacted with any sort of like lordly folk or things like that, or what their, in all honesty, what their attitude towards authority is, because Lord's Alliance is basically the de facto authority. Yeah, I mean, here you like their beliefs, the Lord's Alliance beliefs are basically, if civilization is to survive, all must unite against the dark forces that threaten it. Glory comes from protecting one's home and honoring its leaders. The best defense is a strong offense. So they're very much like, conquering kings.
Paladin.
Yeah.
Very Iron Gauntlet kind of.
Korra has probably butted heads with them at some point.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I would say Korra runs very much a counter to the Lord's Alliance, and is probably had her fair share of run-ins with the Lord's Alliance out on the seas.
Probably.
Crix probably doesn't give a shit.
Okay, fair enough. So, because the reason why I ask is basically, Morkon, he holds out his hand, and the sending stone has basically like a big emblazoned symbol of the Lord's Alliance, like, on it.
I lean over to whoever's
branded.
closest to me.
It's official merch.
Yeah, it's official.
Lean over and whoever's closest, probably like Demovan or Thad, something like that, and just be like, I think that they are part of the Lord's Alliance.
Well,
They
you
told
did
us.
learn. You did learn last time. Malcolm did let you know that they were hired by the Lord's Alliance.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Yeah,
they're
that wasn't a
financed.
secret.
They're financed and like sent here by the Lord's Alliance.
Crix was
They
not
probably
paying
came up here
attention.
with like free T-shirts to give out to people.
Oh yeah. No, they. You got the vibe from just your brief interaction with them in the tavern that they were hired by the Lord's Alliance because they're a well-known adventuring party, but they basically don't. They don't seem the one who had probably seen the closest to the Lord's Alliance, like alignment is Mike, the automatron, the Warforged. The rest of them, they just kind of seem like do good people or like solid adventuring party, but they weren't like spreading the good word of the Lord's Alliance and championing like their the spread of the Lord's Alliance authority over to Icewind Dale. Nah, they were just here to like investigate stuff. They were hired. They're doing a job.
Yep. Right.
So
they do not suckle from the teat of law.
Mockram holds his hand out. Who's taking the sending stone from him?
I'll take it.
So he drops the sending stone in your hand. It's fairly light, cold to the touch from being outside in the cold wintry air, and very smooth colored smooth sending stone, basic stone color with a black engraving of that Lord's Alliance crown, kind of right in the center of it. Mokram says to you that you can use it once per day.
Okay, just got to make it count.
Is that once every 24 hours, or is it once every time the sun comes up?
Mokram laughs and goes, it's once every 24 hours. I know the sun up here does fucky-wucky things to, time and shit like that, but no, it's, once every 24 hours you can send us a message. You can send us one, and we can send you one.
All right.
Okay.
Man, you're in charge of missions.
So it basically says when you touch the stone, you can use it to cast a sending spell from it. The target is so it's the sending spell. So it has you can reply to this message. Yes, of course. And they can follow it immediately. Oh, actually, no, it's once per day. Whoever, and it's like if somebody initiates it, that's the once per day.
Okay, so you could wait till like midnight, send the spell, wake up next morning, and be able to send another one.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can send it. You can reply back, but whoever sends you get to reply. But you can't then do another send right afterwards. Point is, once per day, you can communicate amongst each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Demovan pocket the stone, and Makram kind of stamps his boots. You look back, and on the porch of the Northern Light Inn, you see the two sisters. You see Trovus, who's nursing another hangover, as that silver dragonborn takes a sip from what looks to be a flask, and gives you a hearty wave, burps audibly, and the rest of the Silver Bullets party is there as well. Vale, the Tabaxi, Nif, who is jumping up and down, waving very vigorously at Crix. The Vale, the Tabaxi gives your boy Hyrokin a sly wink. It's kind of out of the corner of her eye.
Why are you winking at me?
Yeah, Hyrokin's tail poofs up. Vale's tail would poof back if she had hair on her tail.
It's like watching Tuco and Chibi just stare at each other.
Yeah.
No, I don't want your affection right now. 10 seconds later. Give me all of your affection.
No one affection. Mike calls out,
"Have a good trip, friends. It will be nice to speak to you again. We will be in touch."
Okay.
Definitely bringing a wrench next time.
Demovan slants his eyes at Mike. Or squints, that's the word I'm looking for.
he
slants his eyes.
He changes his
Brock
eye
style.
orientation.
He pushes the slider all the way to the max.
Actually, fuck it, because you said that and you stumbled over it, Demovan, give me a deception check.
Uh-oh. I think that's just charisma for me. There it is. Hell yeah. Oh.
Not bad.
You all watch as Demovan gives the best side eye at Mike.
It's just a very untrusting look.
Meanwhile, Fang is just sitting there. You can see he's like sitting on a table. He's sitting on at a table on the front porch and just has that the leather case unrolled out as he's inspecting like a array of crossbow bolts and sharp daggers. Being edgy. All right. So, the party. If nothing else, you guys are static.
When the dwarf walks away,
Yeah.
Laura definitely leans to Demovan and goes, I think he has a crush on you.
I don't think he did, but it did seem that way.
He did not have a crush on you, Demovan.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But Cora goes, oh, I have a date. And then looks around and goes, does anyone have a parchment?
What?
That has a log.
I have many papers. Would you like to read one of my publications?
When Thad spoke up first, Cora goes, a log will work. Do you have a spare log?
Sure, I probably got one. No, hold on. Oh yeah, here's my shopping list log. Here.
Quickly takes a chisel out and just erases it. Let me erase it.
I don't. That was from months ago. I don't need eggs at this point.
Chews on it like a beaver.
It's like a pencil when you sharpen. It just gets a little bit smaller. You just keep the outer layer going out. So I just erase it and just keep going. Yep.
Okay.
This is the canon writing style of. I like it. This is going to be a thing.
Oh, perfect.
Absolutely plebeian.
Cora's gonna write, I have to cancel our date and then go take it to where the dude threatened to rematch.
I want my log. What?
We'll come back and get it later, and then she takes it out and pins it on the wall.
All right, there's now a just a oak log or whatever it might be, just plonks into the wall.
Fucking pins it to the wall with a railroad spike.
It's like, well, you're lucky. That's one of my lesser logs.
We'll get you another log, Thad.
That one looks like
Why
it's
I
just
asked if you had a spare.
Sure, okay.
Punished for your hubris again.
I am very humble.
Well, the town gathers around in the early morning air. The breath fogging up the multiple, townsfolk and their breath fogging up the town square here. As the party, you guys all get geared up, jump on top of the war wagon, the Yif Skiff, pulled by Burn and Buttercup, as these well-fed bears are ready to party. The wagon behind has been secured. You got your rations on board, and the crowd gives you a send-off as you head out into the rough wilderness of Icewind Dale. Takes a moment to kind of for the bears to find their footing, but they power forward, knowing how to do this before. Obviously, this war wagon is situated for crossing the Arctic tundra, and these bears know how to do it. So happy to now not being, brutally whipped and berated by the goblin leader. Demovan is able to easily guide them and take this war wagon out across the frozen tundra. An hour or two passes, and you guys make your way out beyond the site of Caer Konig, leaving it far behind you. The lake is to the south of you, basically to the right of the wagon right now. You can see it down the cliffside as kind of this ramshackle cliff tumbles down towards the frozen lake. You can see in the distance, in the dim morning light, the different kind of towns along Loch Dennishere. You can see just in the distance through the dim light the morning fires of East Haven, all the way down there to the southwest. Very soon, though, you come upon the frozen river that leaves Loch Dennishere and goes off towards the north. The bears come to a halt at the river crossing, kind of their hot breath once again fogging up out of billowing out of their mouths as they look back kind of up over their shoulder to you, Demavand.
All right, we're either gonna have to find a way to ford this river, or they're hungry.
You look out at the river, and it's, as far as you can tell, it's pretty damn frozen. But the wagon is still pretty weighty, especially with 3 deer on top and 350 rations to boot.
All right, this might be that ancient bridge puzzle where one of us is gonna have to go over, then another one, then we're gonna have to send someone back, and then we're gonna have to.
Just can't leave the bears with the cart.
Right.
I'm pretty
Otherwise
sure
they
we
eat
already
rations.
pretty sure we solved this one by getting rid of the goats before we started.
Sure, let's just try it then. Good idea, Thad. Fuck you.
So,
Oh god.
do you,
Also, sorry,
Demavand, what do
are
you
we
do?
tracking? Are we tracking the rations in a
Yeah.
shared document, or someone having? I don't know if it's gonna be important or not, but I just don't know.
I think we're tracking it on a log.
Yeah.
There's a log of the rations, yeah.
You fucking know.
Is there a hole on the log?
There's a bump on the log.
The whole
Bump on
on
the
the
log.
Bottom of the sea.
Where's the frog though?
the log and the bog and the bush and the. Oh, sorry.
No, the-
God.
Okay.
Okay.
Rations.
So looking at the river, it seems frozen. Do we get the feeling that it is very risky to push as it is then, and we don't see any like bridges or any other ways like to cross or narrow points?
Currently, you're probably at a fairly narrow point because it took you a little bit of time to come down out of the hills, and you could see it ahead of you. It's pretty wide. I mean, like looking at distant stuff, like these, half a mile across.
Oh wow. Can we
like-
see? Maybe this is a check, but can we see if the moving water underneath the ice?
You want to get out and check?
Yes.
Okay. Then you exiting the vehicle. You walk out to the front and look down. Give me a perception check.
Oh shit.
You
expecting
look.
a little-
You cannot even see any movement. If anything, you actually see a frozen fish about 2 or 3 feet down.
Oh man, it's so cold. The wildlife is lagging. I think we're safe. This ice is very thick here, with like
Not as thick
ice.
as you, Thad. Not as thick as you. Don't
No,
worry.
but it doesn't work out like I do.
That's
Try
right.
touching it just to be sure.
Yeah, I'm just touching it.
Make sure it's real ice.
Yep. For science.
It's cold to
It's
the touch.
It's very cold.
Yeah, your fingers feel numb from just touching it. As you look at it, you can't even you don't see any movement of any sort of like water. This is long frozen. The ambient air temperature out here is enough to just freeze most of the tributaries and stuff that go off of these large lakes. Probably only the center of the lakes have any sort of like thawed ice at all.
All right. I think it's safe to cross, so we should just keep going and pretend that this is just land.
I think we should all at least get out of the cart. What was that, Cora?
Wouldn't have to worry about it if we all just got in a boat.
If we
How
had
are you
the
going to get the
boat-
bears on the boat?
I don't know how the
What
boat
if they
is
get
going to
seasick?
work.
Also, how
even-
would you go up the river when it is entirely frozen?
I'm trying to figure that
Can we
out.
get a
Wait,
land
When
boat?
Crick says that, Cora just dead eyes him.
How about we get a boat with wheels?
You mean like a cart?
Like a battle wagon.
Like a
If skiff, yes.
Is that the model we have?
Yeah, it's on the back.
It's a new model that doesn't make me hate my life.
All right. Well, I think we should at least
No.
get out and walk the cart across so that
I'm
this thing
fine
goes
with
down.
this.
We're not trapped in it.
I want to keep staring down to see if I see anything interesting.
Okay. So, folks, you get out, lessen the load inside the cart. The bears look to you, Demavand, and as you all start to walk across, they follow, pulling the cart creaking behind them. You can see as they kind of step onto the ice, at first with a little bit of trepidation, their paws touch the frozen water. They realize it's solid, and they both let out a low and then continue onwards, pulling the cart, pulling the war wagon and the cart behind it across the water. The spiked wheels of the war wagon dig into the ice. You can hear it like crunch and crack. And for a moment, you may be a little bit worried that you're going to start to see it cracks, kind of spiderweb out and around. But this ice is thick. It basically like digs into the ice and leaves divots, cone-shaped divots behind it as the cart, the war wagon, just kind of crunches across this ice.
Damn, that is a heavy wagon.
Yeah.
You do have 350 rations and 3 large deer on the route.
Good thing we worsened our problem before we left.
So you reach the other side of the
We didn't
river.
know it was a problem yet.
You reach the
We
other
should
side
have
of the
looked at
river.
the river and been like,
Yeah,
To be fair, we had no way of knowing it was a problem yet.
exactly.
We'll cross it when we get to it.
Much like
What
this
we're doing.
river.
Ah,
it's a
Right.
metaphor.
So
What?
with the river crossed, the snowy
That is a
hills
metaphor.
beyond invite you, and you get back into the wagon. Continue onwards. Can somebody roll me a D8, please?
Ooh, I
Got it.
wanna.
First one.
It's
Don't
a
do
roll.
it. Oh my
Race
god.
to the bottom.
All right. Cool.
Aha, I was first.
I won!
I was first. It's fine.
no, I was.
Nope. Colra's
I think
first.
Cora on there
Cora
first.
Colra's
Smash.
first, according to me.
No, it's on my end. It's first.
Nope.
That
Everybody
was
else, I
red
see.
wrong.
Night.
My point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Get better internet, noob.
The Jedi are literally just a cult.
I call bullshit.
Well,
I will send you a picture.
yep. I called the DMC's
Yeah, yeah.
Colra first. Oh, speaking
Yep.
of fun stuff, Derpy today called about scheduling, transferring our internet to our new home by the end of the month. And of course, we're like, hey, we got fiber now. We got that, gigabit internet. And is there any way that it's available from AT&T in this location? And they're like, yeah, no. And we're like, oh.
Oh.
Erica's like, oh, so what options are available? And they're like, oh, well, we got 5 down.
Yeah. What is this?
That's-
1997?
A
And
big
so
no.
we are going to be
Yikes.
canceling our internet from AT&T and moving to another provider.
Yeah.
So, we were both like, bro, there's no way. There's a fucking AT&T substation within a half a mile of the house. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't get it.
Here I am, just looking forward to finally get away from Comcast, but AT&T sounds like it could be even worse.
Come to South City.
It's not bad.
Sonic.
It's just they
Don't
like
tempt me with your fiber.
that location.
And walk to
Okay,
the breweries.
cool.
I don't think
So-
we even have fiber in the state yet.
You definitely do.
No, we
Oh,
do.
I'm
We
sure
do
you
for
do.
in this area. I think it's mostly just businesses, though.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for the fucking SatLink shit to finally take into effect, and then fuck it, we got global Wi-Fi from the big daddy satellites above us. I'll be happy
Hell
with
yeah.
that. All right, so you guys continue onwards through the tundra, trudging onwards. The bears pull in the war wagon without a problem. What is everybody doing as this thing kind of bumps and jolts over the tundra, every once in a while hitting a stray rock underneath the snow? Everybody kind of like gets that like boom, like hit the top of the bus as you're riding in the back and going over a speed bump
Hell
type of
yeah.
thing. Anything
If
anybody
you're-
wants to do as basically midday passes and it heads into the later afternoon as you guys continue towards your destination.
I would like to spot a fight on the horizon.
All right. Actually, Demavend, are you navigating, keeping track with the map?
I would at least be driving. I would assume someone else would be reading the map. If that
Who
was
would
the
be
case.
who would be helping Demavend navigate?
I'm a good survivor.
Okay, cool. So every once in a while, Crix, you poke your head out of that top little door of the war wagon from the second story, and help Demavend out. Give me a survival check with advantage.
Yeah.
Phew, sick. All right, so expertly looking at, no, not the stars. That wouldn't be a thing. Maybe the wind? Who knows? Probably using the river as orientation of where you left, and keeping that basically like right behind you. Keeping your eye actually more so on Kelvin's cairn. It's actually a fairly clear day. You have not run into any bad luck with blizzards or anything like that, so you're able to see in the distance, even if it is pretty dim. But as you hit midday, you reorient yourself at the brightest, quote-unquote, point of Icewind Dale's daytime up here, and you can see Kelvin's cairn directly behind you to your west-northwest, basically just slightly behind you. And you seem to be on track. Continuing eastward will get you to your destination just before nightfall.
Nice.
Cool.
I don't
Anybody
remember
else
what
doing
this
anything
destination-
unusual in the war wagon, or just riding along for the ride?
Apparently, Cora's reading some erotica.
Why, I'm reading it right now. This is important.
Cora, when you're done, pass that up here when you're done.
We're all taking our turns.
Suck that motherfucker is my favorite line.
I was reading that one last night. It was quite a delight.
I like to.
my books.
Motherfucker. Yep.
It's like so like normal until
And then it just
uh,
has to worry.
Dude, wait, Neon, you actually nailed exactly where I was getting that no from.
Yeah,
I had a
actually.
feeling it was perfectly that.
We just watched all of those this past weekend. That
They're
was
so good.
so good.
Ah!
Yeah, screw that glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You okay, Chuckles?
Okay, I'll be back.
Cat?
I have boo boo.
Uh-oh.
Kitty? Kitty do it?
Kitty?
Did the cat do it?
Nope, Thad. So as you hit another large bump, Thad is looking at a beautiful decanter of some sort of liquid, and it heats off the ceiling and shatters inside the war wagon. All right.
Oh.
But yeah, if actually, and we'll take this moment to just do like a quick around the room, around the party. I mean, you all have like recently leveled up, like, you know, within character. Is there anything your characters would be doing in terms of anything that's like new to them that they're experimenting around or playing around with? Is there anything that's different? I don't know, starting with, I guess, I mean, I know, we'll start with Hiroken because it's probably the easiest. Hiroken go quick and hit thing hard, so.
Oh yeah, Hiroken's like getting out of the wagon as it's going to the snow and running alongside and like
Yeah.
airboxing it as he goes.
Yep.
Hell
With the speed that he has, Hiroken is definitely able to keep up with his war wagon. Almost getting ahead of it at times and just doing the, like, running ahead, sitting there, looking back, waiting, running ahead, sitting, looking back, waiting, getting back in the war wagon. Yeah, definitely. Like, looking more fit and spry, even though he was aged by that specter, by that ghost. It seems that through trials and tribulations, he's now, oh my goodness, Hiroken is turning into like fit old man status.
Oh my god, I'm jail bro.
Yes.
He's the like 65-year-old running the Iron Man.
He is wait, yeah, your Uncle Iroh basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Prison Iroh, hell yeah.
Yeah, Prison Iroh is like the fucking best thing in that show.
Remember that time where they wrote out
The
all of his
fire-
talking scenes because the actor died? I remember.
Hey,
Aw.
thanks.
You know what? I
Ironbender
didn't
made
need
a
that.
prison out of wood.
Cholera, would you be doing anything different with your new abilities or new traits?
I mean, meta, my shit's all like combat related.
Well, I would say
Might
maybe
be,
people
like-
would start to see some weird shit happening with your eyes. Like, you probably wouldn't notice it, but maybe Valhalla or somebody would look over to you, Cholera, and your eyes are like bichromatic every once in a while. You know, like one of them like changing color with the pupil getting all fucking huge.
That'd be really creepy.
Yeah.
I was thinking she's like playing with magic because pre this she didn't know magic.
Oh yeah.
And so she has like a glob of black in her hand at the moment.
Ew. Just looking at
You
it.
guys made me ink.
Yes and no. She's kind of like. Yeah, she got the idea from the book. It was. It's more like just like a smog cloud. She's
Gotcha.
kind of just looking it over.
Crix, what would you be doing?
I'm carving a holy symbol.
Oh, sick! Crix suddenly found God.
Yes,
I mean, I've had God this whole time. I'm just, you know.
So wait, are you
carving-
actually? Would you be carving a holy symbol, like just almost more prominently displaying your the worship of Kosuth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, it's okay. First of all, just imagine trying to actually carve that because it
On
is
a moving wagon to the
Yeah,
snow.
while on a moving
yeah,
wagon.
but also like
Is it like a Celtic knot? What is it?
No, it's I'll share it. It's this.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm
I'm
looking
back.
for it.
It's this.
Yeah, that.
God.
Yeah,
What did I miss?
I'm carving that out of wood.
Oh,
Trying
that's
to.
Yeah, trying to. Holy shit! I'm sorry,
yeah,
I got distracted by Robin Hood real quick. Back to the game.
What happened?
I turned my chair around to get up, and it just like barely brushed my glass. It was kind of close
Ooh.
edge, so I was like, "Oh shit!" I went over to grab it, and grabbing it's so thin it shattered in my hand.
Oh shit!
Oh,
are you all right?
no.
Yeah, I cut my palm, but it's not very deep,
That's
so
good, that's
should
good.
be okay. But it was just—it's such a thin glass. It's this old Rombauer one. It was just like I
I
wasn't
think.
expecting.
Why don't we say it's you're such a thick boy that your grip crushed the glass.
Yeah.
Could not handle the girth of your hands.
You were able to just crush a glass with your bare hands. It's fine.
I am very powerful.
Oh yeah, sorry, did I miss anything the last couple minutes here?
No, we were just
traveling?
talking about what's. Well, we'll go over to you. We're talking about basically as you're making your way to their destination before evening. You all have leveled up, so I was just giving you a chance to kind of express what like if any of those changes or things look like. So, for example, Korra is dabbling with magic and possibly having some weird stuff happening with her eyes. Hirokin, who is now much quicker, is basically racing the wagon every once in a while and doing his old man prison hero athletic prowess. And Mr. Crix is carving a holy symbol to Kosuth. And I would imagine that it actually you're trying really hard, Crix, to like carve this like very elegantly, but every bump and rattle of the cart actually helps you out, strangely enough, to create more weird zigzaggies and like swirls.
Yeah.
with the holy symbol.
And just suddenly I accidentally have a symbol of Kosuth.
I think it would be. It's like it wouldn't be as like opened up and filigree-esque as this, but more so would be a solid piece of wood, but be kind of like carved and grooved to almost resemble a twisting and a twisting and rising ember of fire.
Yeah, I kind of imagine that like the symbol of Kosuth is just a fire, and it has different filigree on like every symbol, kind of a thing.
Cool. Demovan, as you're piloting, is there anything that you would be doing that with your increased prowess?
Yeah, I guess he's just sitting there thinking, like, man, I bet I could be a lot better in combat if instead of hit thing 1 time, I hit thing 2 times.
Heck yeah, brother.
That's funny. I was going to say something
I
similar.
think Hirokin and Demovan would be like, kind of nod at each other. Yes, wisdom.
That's in there. And while you guys do that, he's like playing with the arms with the staff in the back, and he swings it, and he swings it back the other direction. He goes, "Whoa, hold up! I think I'm onto something here. Hey guys,
This changes everything.
wait, watch. If you swing it this way, like I do, but then you turn your wrist and you go back this way. Whoa, look, 2 swings. Whoa, whoa.
Gasps, impressive gasps through the cart.
Buttercup and Burn turn around.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
All forward progress is halted as we all stare in wonderment.
Yeah, just hold on to your pants. I'm gonna write this down when I get to my good logs.
Yeah, log that
also-
shit before you forget.
Yeah, I'll do that all right now. Also, I did figure I had this weird dream. I'm pretty sure and I guess who's sitting next to me? I don't know. Demovan?
No, Demovan's driving, and you probably don't
You're
want to hit him.
Oh, the Crix. Crix is in the middle of doing something. He's making his filigree. I'm like, oh yeah, I had a dream. If I just do this, and I poke you with a stunning strike.
Okay, give me a. Well, just for flavor, let's do a quick. Was it a Constitution save for
Yeah.
stunning strike?
I wouldn't avoid the attack, but yeah, I think
Yeah,
Let's
it would be a
just for fun. Let's
DC.
just see what happens because you're
Yeah.
concentrating on it. You could avoid it.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah. So Crick starts to feel like you start to feel your side seize for a moment, and then you shake it off.
Right, you see, that was that train they showed me a long time ago. I think it almost worked this time, though. Did you feel anything? A little tingling in your fingers?
I felt like I'm trying to make a carving.
All right, I'm gonna go back to swinging my stick in 2 directions.
Kalis, what is the old man doing? As the old man pops out of his lantern.
Oh,
Welcome back to the world.
it's so nice and warm in there.
Can
In
you
fact,
ever-
what am I doing with you all? I should just stay inside all day. Screw this shit.
Bye.
Story of my life. Every
just
time I
Cartman us?
hang out with friends.
Yeah, my eyes would be going a little chaotic, and then I'd be holding up some flames in my hand, and every once in a while the flame would like double in like chaoticness, and I'd be like, This is cool.
So,
No, it's yours.
so Kaelus's already bad aim and perchance for burning things has now seemed to be a little bit more volatile.
Oh, goody.
Oh yeah. And if
Always have a nice
if Valhalla wants to yell stuff, she can to say what she. Gotta get closer. Okay, oh yeah, here you go. Passing the mic.
Yeah, I was like, you can pass the mic over here. I would just whoever's close. Art or
I wonder.
yeah, probably reading her erotica.
Out loud,
The
probably.
cover of
I really
Smoky
like the
Blackness.
part about the dicks.
No, Val is not.
Are you at the part where she sucks that motherfucker?
That's part of the book.
That is my favorite part.
Val is basically just not manically so much, but like excitedly putting together new potions. Be like, I figured this out. I was able to if I add this way, or I add this ingredient first and then I add this ingredient, I'll be able to maximize the power of the different healing potions that I'm making, different spells that not spells, but you know, the equivalent of spells, like the elixirs that I create. All
So,
the
do you have
little-
like recipes written down, Val, or are you
I
just
don't-
making these up as you go?
I don't write these down.
Damn it! Oh, I'm sure it's lovely, and well,
It's about
Figure it out.
there's a finesse to it. I've been doing this my whole life.
What she means is she guesses and sometimes she gets lucky.
But now I've discovered, I didn't create because I'm sure it existed far before but I've discovered the optimal method of creating things, specifically healing related things.
I also.
Great
Yeah,
news.
here, let me pass you.
Whoa, Mike comes back to me. I also would imagine that Valhalla is tinkering around with new gizmos and gadgets aplenty to cast who's its and what's its galore all the time. They're like more like the way that artificers always like work is obviously they don't have any. Okay, she's just singing now.
I was about to ask about thingamabobs,
Yeah. But yeah, artificers don't have inherent like magic like sorcerers and wizards do. They cast using tinkering and tools and things that they invent. So we were talking about this, like the Valhalla now has the ability to prepare the rope trick spell. It wouldn't be so much opening up a portal with magic, but more so attaching some sort of gizmo to a rope that flies up into the air and then goes boom and opens up some sort of portal for people to climb into.
Attaches a clockwork flying snake.
Yeah, clockwork flying snake that flies up into the air, exactly. So, as you all as you all come into knowing what your new powers are, the new strengths that you have, in the distance you actually see an object on the horizon, Mr. Demavand. So, you see a what looks to be exactly what was described by that survivor, that villager. There seems to be a tower sticking out of the bare ice. See almost what looks to be a 20-foot high, irregularly shaped spur of rock jutting out of the tundra ahead of you. Its smooth and shiny surface cannot possibly have been worn down by the wind. No, this protrusion looks utterly out of place, as if it had been thrust into the ground.
Kinky.
And it's
It's
enormous.
like that scene from my book.
I was gonna say Benjamin Franklin.
All right, so the wagon comes to a halt just outside of this 20-foot high, strange piece of rock. It is quite unusual. I mean, you can see bits of snow and flurry that are kind of that are attached to some of the grooves and surfaces of it, but it is oddly smooth. Like you don't see any seams of like stone stacked on top of each other or anything like that. This It doesn't seem to be a tower to you. I mean, it's only 20 feet high. Your war wagon is basically at the top of it.
That's
Could I-
not very impressive.
Yeah, could I get on top of the war wagon and like try to look down on it, or like try to climb to the top?
Yeah.
Like, above
So
you?
you look on top of it, and you can see that it looks to be. You can see what almost looks like. It looks like a strange arm, or a strange kind of like buttress that juts out of the top of it, and it doesn't. It looks way out of place, and you can see that the smooth surface turns into almost like a jagged fracture at the end of that buttress.
So it looks like it was broken.
Yeah, something might have broken off at that point. Sure.
What does it look like it's made of?
Why don't you give me, as you guys move around here, if anybody wants to and is curious, give me a history check as you start kind of poring over the strange surface and this strange stone.
I must consult the yarn.
I'm having a hard time imagining what you explained this looks like.
Okay, I'll do a quick drawing on the map here. So, let's see. Freehand!
Here comes a penis.
It's a penis. It's a dick. No, so you got the snow like that. You have a piece that this is like the piece that's sticking up and out. Kind of looks like that, and yes, it may look like a dick at this point. God, I promise. There is a buttress that comes off.
Go on.
So there's a buttress that goes off, and it is broken at this point.
Oh, is it almost like a Gothic arch?
Yeah,
It's kind of going
it's like a
up and
Gothic
broke?
arch that would be connected to like you're like.
It looks like it's like would have been like a tower on.
Yeah, like you're like, where's the
Dracula's
rest?
castle
Like,
kind of
right?
thing.
Like it
Yeah,
looks like
like
it
a
was
fragment of
attached
it.
to something.
No,
There.
Thad has no fucking clue, but I think that's what I'd recognize.
Okay, so
it
if
for.
anybody's curious, please roll me.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Okay, so 15 for Crix.
If by curious you mean she just walks in without second thought, then yeah.
Well, you don't see an entrance. Interestingly enough,
We can punch the wall.
Oh, there's like no way like past.
about on current observation, no. So
Oh, okay. Huh. I'm not rolling.
okay, so actually this will be interesting. Hyrokin, Crix, and Valhalla, both all of them realize that this is a it is neither naturally formed nor manually hewn. This stone has been shaped by magic.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What's this?
So, and then Valhalla, your kind of your eyes scan this structure, and immediately your history and your proficiency with tools and tinkering, etc., allow you to realize that this protruding rock is the top of a larger structure that continues underground.
Oh shit, we found the desert library.
Yeah.
And that's when Kolra, I need you to give me a dexterity save.
Oh shit.
Bye.
Okay. See you later, guys. Take care of my books.
Nerd stuff.
There it is.
All right, great. So Kolra does not fall down the hole, but catches herself at the end of it as her feet just get like suddenly she steps and you just the snow collapses and a hole opens up beneath her. A 5-foot diameter tunnel seems to enter underground at a steep angle and winds downwards. So you catch yourself on the end, Kolra. As you look down, you can see this descends down into darkness. You can see it loop around and seems to connect to where you would believe this tower would be if it continued underground.
I'd look back. I think I found the entrance.
Good work.
And then jump down.
Okay, so you let go. You wait. I got the fucking perfect gift for this. As Kolra just says, "Okay, bye," and just so Kolra, you spin down like going down a water slide or a slip and slide, uncontrollably rocketing down into.
I will note, I can slow fall myself.
By the way,
Okay, so
Also, I'm sorry. I just found some more broken glass. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. Valhalla needs to speak.
Val would literally react with Cora and dive right after her.
Perfect.
I don't know if Val recognizes that Cora has slow fall.
Yeah.
But Val definitely does not.
So yeah, so that's the interaction that we see right there. Is Cora slides down, immediately gets the feather glide from the Simic hybrid ability, and slows down. Immediately afterwards, Cora, you hear Cora as Val rockets down. Do you try to save? Do you like try to do it with
absolutely.
control at all, Miss Valhalla?
I have no.
Okay. So Valhalla comes rocketing downwards, so Cora is casually sliding control down there, and then suddenly there is a barreling Eldrin elf flying down this tunnel behind you, Cora.
God damn it.
Just
You did this.
It's 100% Wyatt jumping off the fucking wall again.
Oh god.
Cora has literally carried Val while doing the slow fall.
Okay. So there is a collision between the two of them, but both of you end up kind of tangled and rolling over each other as you land inside a entrance hall area. What are the rest of you doing above as you see Valhalla dive face first down this tunnel, following Cora, who dropped herself down?
First of all,
Well,
rolling my
they're dead
eyes.
now.
Yeah. All right. Well, back to Kelvin's cairn.
I
We
found
gotta
Val.
go after them. I can go after them. I can land on my feet if I do it.
True.
But isn't it like if you fall like a certain exact height, then it doesn't work? That's like 4 stories or something. I don't know.
No, it's fine. I can sense when I'm in danger from falling incorrectly.
Ah.
I should be fine.
You sense danger. Oh, I understand.
Like,
You
Yeah.
have that dangerous sense about you.
Much in the way you can sense coldness, I can sense dangerousness.
You know, my cold sense is tingling right now.
Maybe
Yes.
because it's cold.
How'd you know?
I
You
also have
also
cold
have the
sense.
gift.
You live a life of hell, Kalis. I'm glad we can make it better.
I don't know if you really make it better.
No, shh. You're welcome.
I'm sure you guys would hear a shout after a few minutes. Are you coming down?
Yeah, Cora's voice
Pretty-
echoes
pretty
alongside Valhana's, echoing out from this tunnel.
How
Yeah.
far down do they see? Or do they
So
see?
it's a 5-foot diameter tunnel that it's enters the ground at a steep angle and winds down to the frozen earth. It's basically it slides and winds down about 20-30 feet.
I'll take out the grappling
I was
hook,
about to say.
dig it into some ice nearby, throw the rope down.
Okay.
What about
I
this
was really
crap?
hoping we'd all go down at a rope.
I was ready to
Those,
jump.
yeah, those can. If those who want to jump can still jump. If Demovan wants to climb, he can climb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going.
Okay, we just watch Hirokin run up. What do you just dive head first in? What are you doing?
Sail. Yeah.
Sail cat.
So that's probably fine. If they can survive that fall, I can survive that
Yep.
fall, sort of thing. Can't be too bad, not knowing you could slow fall.
So Valhalla and Cora down at the bottom hear kind of like the muffled voices from above, like, and then you hear like the ding, and then you hear a as a rope comes kind of like sliding down the thing. The end of the 60-foot rope like ends at the, or the end of the 50-foot rope ends at the end of the thing. You then watch, or then you hear pop, 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 pop. And then there's just like a sound of like of lion's claws on the frozen tundra as a spinning Hirokin comes flying out of the end of the tunnel. Lands on his feet though.
The rope comes down and Val and Cora like watch it and like look at the ground and then they just see splat lion right next to it afterwards.
That wasn't so bad. You're right.
I'll take the rope down.
All right,
'cause I'm a sane person.
Crix, you take the rope, make your way down there. The slippery walls are quite precarious, but you're able to make your way down to the bottom there. Is Glassmaster Thad back?
Good timing. I literally just put my headset back on as you asked that, so I don't know what just happened or what's going on.
We're jumping down a hole.
You can
Oh,
take
yes.
a grapple, or you can jump down like a true champion.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking losing that shit.
All right. So feel the rhythm, feel the ride, feel the rush. It's Thad sled time. He goes down the bobsled chute. So Crix climbs his way down, and then just kind of like it's like alternating. All of a sudden, you just hear wah-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo, goofy noise as Thad flings himself down the tube, comes barreling out the other side, ping-ponging off of a few of the walls.
I'll sit on my butt and slide down.
All right. There's just a slow whee as Kalis goes down the tube. Alrighty. And Demavand, I think, is the last one.
Yeah, I will throw the rope down, but then slide down and just like have a hand on it.
Okay. Just like a fucking cool guy movement. Yeah, brings the rope down
I
with
don't
him.
want to be the cool guy.
Nobody gets to see you do it, though, so that's the unfortunate thing. You come out on the other end, and I'm going to move you guys over to a map. Where are we?
I'm just reading the chat right now, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck
I have
went
no
on
idea
at
what's
the other
going on.
stream.
Don't worry about it. All right. So I can't fit you all in this room, but here at the bottom of the slippery tunnel, it opens up into an upside-down room. The contents of which are coated in frost. Across from the tunnel is a wooden door that is flush with the ceiling, which used to be the floor. The door is ajar, and flanking it are two identical stone statues that hang down like stalactites. Across from the statues are sconces with upside-down flames burning in them.
Wait, like the flames actually look to be burning in a weird way, or like they're like burning
That
back
you are
up around?
freaking out, my dude. Like you look
Oh,
around
no.
and you see that these flames are burning upside down.
Nothing makes sense. Upside down is real.
Kalis, you mentioned
Thank
being
you for
more
that
crazy
follow,
with fire.
appreciate it.
Is this you were doing?
Well, I mean, something like
Hachimachi,
that.
I
but did hit
appreciate
my
the
head?
I appreciate the
don't know
raid.
what's going on.
It is all
Why?
welcome.
Why would? Can you explain it then? I mean, come on, you're the fire guy. Come on.
I mean, it looks like fire, and it's burning. It's working. The fire's working. It's all fine.
I think I missed. Is it like a torch burning, or is it like a brazier?
You go up to it and look at it, and they're sconces, so they're basically kind of like inset into the wall. And you crane your neck to look, and the fire doesn't seem to be burning from anything. It's just hovering there in the sconce.
Is it giving out heat?
It is not giving off heat.
Oh, the fire's broken. This.
Cora's gonna stick her hand through it.
It just gives off light, no heat. You look around, so you look around and you realize like the rest of this room is coated in frost. Like if there were heat coming out of this fire, it would definitely have melted the frost on the walls.
Possibly weird question. Is it movable? Like if I swat at it, does it move?
No, your hand just passes directly through it.
Okay.
If I grab a torch, I don't know if I have a torch actually. I probably do.
Yeah.
If I grab Thad's logs.
Excuse me.
They do not. Do they? So you take Crix, you take a torch out, an unlit torch, put it to the flame. Does not light.
Gotcha.
If you said it's a sconce, can you like? Is it like a sconce that you can remove from the wall, or is it?
No, it's in the wall itself.
Oh, okay.
It's built in.
Mm-hmm. The statues you look over that are seamlessly the statues merge seamlessly with the ceiling, and they depict a long-faced human dressed in wizard's robes, clutching a staff. Both of them identical.
Is there like a walkway or a hall or door? You said there was a door.
Yeah, there's a door. Straight in front of Hirokin, there's a door. It is flush with the ceiling, and there is a archway 3 feet tall where it kind of closes or it kind of intersects with. So you look around. You guys are standing on the ceiling of a building.
Does it look like architecture designs that we've seen before? Or is it something alien or different?
It still has the exact same quality as the outside of this, the outside that you observed. It's a strange stone that seems to have no tool marks on it and doesn't seem to be naturally formed.
This is all so strange. It must be related to the weird tentacle-faced monster. The one that ate Cora's brain.
Excuse?
Ow.
Wait,
One that ate Val's brain.
Sorry, apparently it ate my brain.
I think it ate all of our brains.
The glass has gone through your bloodstream and into your brain.
Oh no.
So Val feels no
get revenge.
recognition whatsoever on with the architecture or with any of her memories.
And you said we're on the roof of this building, so the statues are like upside down above us.
Their heads.
Okay.
They're. If you wanted to, Demovan, you could do the Spider-Man kiss with them, like super easy.
Oh, I don't want to.
Okay, cool.
But I could.
Cool.
That's implying that we're the Mary Jane in this situation.
Don't want to say Mary Jane.
So the door stands. There's a wooden door right in front of Hirokin. It stands ajar.
I'm gonna push through it. It's like, well, there's nowhere else to go.
All right, the door opens with a creak as it swings inward. You see beyond it an upside-down corridor, upside-down stairs at the east end of this frost-filled corridor. Probably once connected this to another area. However, it seems that it is choked with rubble and ice.
Does it look like decay or like someone actively broke stuff off the walls to make this rubble?
Give me a quick investigation check. You guys can move into the hallways and stuff right now. Investigation. Okay, Hirokin. This seems to be rubble that probably formed from some sort of violent interaction.
Ooh. Violence in the Nerd Castle.
Does the rubble?
Star Wars.
Does the rubble look like it fell to the ceiling, which is now the floor, or does it look like it?
Yeah, you look up and you can see where there are broken pieces of floor ceiling that are now part of the ceiling floor.
No, I would like to bend down and pick up a piece of rubble and then let it go to see if it falls.
You watch as everybody
floor?
watches as Hirokin picks up a piece of detritus or a piece of debris, picks it up, drops it, dunk, 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 falls to the floor.
To the floor or to the ceiling?
Which is the ceiling. Falls to his feet.
Falls
you.
down from
Yes,
our perspective.
falls down.
Okay, now this is pretty complicated, guys, so keep up with me here. But I think, now stay with me. I think this is a tower, and I think it goes down.
No, it goes up.
But no, because it rotates your head now.
Now I do this. I'm like looking, so my head's like, you like do like a U. So I'm standing with my head pointing to the ground.
So now this is how the tower is. So the up is down.
So then put your hands on the floor and I'll hold your ankles.
Okay. Now,
so I'm just handstand.
So we watch as Demovan picks up Thad's feet and Thad does a handstand. Thad, you're now looking at a right side up hallway and everything looks normal.
Oh yeah, everything's coming together now. Okay.
Alrighty, so all of us have to do handstands, alright?
I don't know what that is.
As long as we keep the perspective in mind, it should be
Right.
fine.
So now we must go up. And by up, I mean down. And by down,
Are these doors?
Yes, there are doors. Yes.
I will open the door next to me.
And I was going to open the door next to Demovan.
Demovan, can you drive me for a bit? I need to keep this perspective.
Yeah, you got it.
You're wheelbarrowing Thad around. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give quick descriptions before you guys move into these rooms. The one to the north, you see what looks to be a room containing shattered and jumbled equipment. Much of it is near two heavy work tables. One of them is on its side, and the other one is upside down. So, to the south, tall bookshelves are affixed to the outer walls, They have spilled their contents onto the ceiling-turned floor. A large table lies on its side, one leg broken, and a 5-foot wide tunnel in the floor to the east leads down.
I mean,
All right, let's take a break here, as you guys seem to have found the tower that crazy wizard was looking for, who got burned at the stake. It's going to be time to explore whatever this place actually is. Go grab your drinks, go make sure your hand's not bleeding, and get some snacks, and we'll be back in 10 minutes or less.
Make
Actually,
sure my dog
yeah,
poops.
Porkins, go do the doo-doo of your dog.
Gonna go do that that we do.
Do the doo-doo that you do. Okay, we'll be back in 10. Take it easy. Everybody, break! All right. Thank you, Hachi Machi, for that raid. I appreciate it. Thank you to those who did follow. We are streaming Rime of the Frostmaiden with that D&D. This group is chaotic stupid, and they love to do a lot of funny things. So, stick around if you want to. We're going to be back after a quick 10-minute break to do a, refresh, bio break, get some more drinks, get some snacks, etc. And we'll be back with more D&D real soon. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, we're back. Get this thing going. All right, beaches.
My best dad is 13.
What are we fucking?
I don't like this.
Power.
Neon deleted it.
Oh no.
Oh, they're really. Oh, all the.
That's
jeez.
actually an adorable cosmic horror.
Mm-hmm.
Cthulhu. No.
I typed Cthulhu into GIFs so that I could get a GIF of it, and it freaking froze Discord for like 10 seconds.
Makes sense.
I accidentally
Dare tempt the
saw
That
chaos.
makes fucking sense. All right, let's get back into this bitch. I think, yeah, Porkins will be back in a bit after he poos the dog, and that's fine. But we got a lot to cover. So, oh, it's adorable. I love it. Okay,
We both
so
went for cute options.
so there is a workshop to the north over here, as well as a lovely what looks to be a library to the south over here. Which way is Peeps going? There also is a hole down there.
Bottom of the sea.
Well, with my head to the ground and my feet in the sky. Oh, we should probably go down the hole.
Okay.
So
I'll lower you down.
I mean, up the hole.
up the hole.
I'll push you up the hole.
Okay.
I
Oh
hang
shit.
fat over the hole and gently lower down.
For some reason, up is pulling me. I must go.
Would anybody be
Uh-oh.
interested in what's inside the workshop?
Yes.
Okay. So you look around the workshop. Upon looking through the wreckage, you find what looks to be an iron key.
I pick up the iron key.
It enters your inventory.
I walk to this door.
Okay.
Is it locked?
That door is
Ask
not
you
locked.
is iron key.
No. I will open it then.
Okay. So the door creaks open. You step over the threshold. All these things is like, it feels like you're walking through a submarine because you're having to like walk over what feels like bulkheads, but they're basically, you know, the insides of doors, or the tops of the curved doors here.
What is with this splooge all over the floor?
Oh yeah, exactly. What is with that splooge? The floor of this room is covered with shards of glass and frozen pools of spilled fluids. The wreckage of two cabinets seem to be on the floor here. In a niche in the far corner of the room, there is a metal chest bolted to the ceiling. Its lid is locked.
I see. I open it with the key.
Okay, so you try the chest? Or
Yeah.
you try the key that you found?
Yeah.
Wait, where's the key from?
The
Wait a
floor.
minute.
Ah,
Crix just like looked through the wreckage and found a large iron key on the
Gotcha.
floor of this area, the workshop
Is it
over there.
bigger than the chest can accept?
No, it actually seems to fit perfectly. The chest is on the ceiling, and if the chest opens up, it's going to spill its contents downward towards you.
you just think the key's too big, you know?
I will like try and slowly open it and like just a crack and like stick my hand in and start pulling things out one by one if I can.
Okay, so you do. No, that makes sense. So you take some precautions, and you find that this chest contains 4 potions, still intact.
Ooh. 4 potions still intact. I will write that down in my inventory.
I will give you a quick description of what they look like. Okay. Love how this doesn't really give you any description. Like, there is a potion that has a strange, strange green quality to it, like a green glow quality to it. Another one that seems cold to the touch. Another one that seems a little bit warm and is kind of pulsing a little bit orange. And then the last one just like doesn't, it's like almost too clear. There's like doesn't seem to be any sustenance to it. They are all in 4 identical bottles.
Okay. So we got green glow potion, cold potion, warm orange potion, and yo that shit clear potion.
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect. So, in the room that you've entered into over there, in this library, the tall bookshelves, as I said, they have spilled their contents onto the floor. It looks like most of the books in this library have been either destroyed by time or neglect. It does seem that there are quite a few missing books. However, there are a few books still on the floor.
On the floor, as in the ceiling?
Yes.
Interesting. I would like to try and get those.
Okay, well, you are Potion Boy, so does Kolra, Demavend, or Valhana want to look at these books that are here? I know how
I have that happen.
Pretty sure Demavend's dangling me over the pit right now.
Yeah, I'm still slowly lowering you into the Sarlacc pit.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Cora, Demavend, and that are immediately just like, that's some nerd shit.
Yeah.
But I can read though. I just don't want to.
Okay.
I just don't like to. It makes my head go hurt.
Fair enough. There are 3 books that seem to be intact, however, that are still on the floor, ceiling, floor.
I like to imagine like floor, ceiling, floor, and just like looking up, looking down.
I would, if nobody, Kalis, would you be interested, or Valhana?
Yeah, I like reading.
Okay.
I can actually do that, I think.
All right, so Valhana and Kalis gather them up. One of the books is entitled The Wizards in the Hollow. The other book is entitled Mysteries of the Faerim. Phaerimm. And then the last one that you find that is kind of lodged and almost covered by one of these shattered tables in here is a book that says Magical Wonders of Netheril.
Hey, I found another smut book, this wizard one. It's probably going to be a good read.
Wizards in the Hollow, that
Cora
does sound like a
comes
smut book.
Cora comes over and takes it from him.
Okay. So you now, so Kolra, you have a book entitled Wizards in the Hollow.
I am skimming through it to find any erotica at all.
It is boring as fuck. It is, upon a quick skim, it looks like it is about the birth of what is called the Netherese Empire, chronicled by a dull, plodding story about the lives of 3 Netherese wizards.
Throws it back to Caleb and goes, "That's not my kink."
Alright, Kalis just kicks the book to the face, as Kolra's not about it.
That almost killed
Oh
me.
god, did I kill him?
Careful.
He's dead! Alright, Crix, I'll move you over to the room here. You come in as Valhana and Kalis are basically grabbing these different books. Hyrokin would definitely be very curious about these as well. However, you do hear the echo of Thad as he is being lowered swirly style down a hole in the ground.
Please, keep sticking me in further. I will find what we need.
I don't got much left to me.
All right, just give it all you got. And then one more push.
So, as you're being... Jesus Christ. As you're being lowered through this hole, Thad, give me a perception check as you're being lowered in.
You put them in cheese stick in a safe place so Chibi doesn't get it.
Chibi pushed
Does
the
our group
glass.
all read the same smut book and we just all talk in quotes of the smut?
17, damn.
Yeah, so as you're being lowered down here, your dark vision sees the edges of this tunnel. This looks like something clawed its way up and out.
Oh, that's not good.
Like it's like a burrow kind of a thing?
Gouged and punched its way out.
Oh shit. Okay, how far down does this go? Like if he goes, I fall, or is it just like...
It goes through, let's see. Another like 20 feet or another like maybe actually not that far. You go through and you can see that there is another room below, another ceiling below you as you come through the floor of a level above below. You know.
Yeah, I'll look back over my shoulder. All right, man, I see the bottom. Something definitely came out of here.
So the
Punched
camera,
wall.
yeah, and the camera's perspective switches and does just like a, like a rotation, a 180 rotation as we watch as Thad's arms come up and out of a hole and looks like he's pulling himself up through the floor and looking in to what seems to be a laboratory. The room contains 2 metal cages, both badly damaged, and according to Thad's view, they're on the ceiling shattered. Nearby, there are 2 roughly dug tunnels, one in the ceiling, which you are coming out of, which is the floor, and one in the floor, which lead to other areas, it seems. Narrow windows along the bowed outer wall afford you a quick glimpse of what looks just to be earth, into which this structure seems to have impaled itself. So Thad, if to you, your Thad brain feels that you're climbing up and out of a hole, but you're being lowered by Demovan.
All right, no, man. I don't think you can get much further. Let go. I got this.
All right, give me a dexterity save, Thad.
Be free.
I don't know why, but I'm imagining Thad looked like this.
Yes, coming out of the hole.
Coming out of the floor.
Wow. All right, so you guys all above hear Thad say, "Let go of me," and then the soft sound of him landing on the floor of whatever is below, which is the ceiling.
This is too.
Yeah, it's so fucking confusing. Here's a good visual of what you guys are seeing.
Ceiling.
Actually, no, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you later.
Third base.
So Hirokin, you are in a library, and there were some books on the ground that both Kalis and Valhalla picked up.
Okay.
I'll go over what they were called. One of them was The Wizards of the Hollow, which Kolra decided to read because she thought it may be smut from the title, but it turns out that it's just about the birth of the Netherese Empire, chronicled by the otherwise dull. It's chronicled an otherwise dull plotting story. There is a book entitled Mysteries of the Rime, and a last one that you found underneath a crushed table was Magical Wonders of Netheril.
Does that name ring a bell?
Give me a history check.
Back in my day.
13, unfortunately, no. It rings a bell, but an odd one. Like, you may have heard some other professor with tenure at some point mention it. But maybe if you take some time to read more of these documents or more of these books, it'll ring a bell, and you'll be able to discern about.
Oh, it was that jerk in the classics department who rambled about this. I never paid attention because he was a jerk.
All right, so moving Mr. Thad down. So Thad, if you scroll to the right, you'll see where you are.
So from this perspective, the hole I came through is above me, and then the one I see here in the ground.
It's the hole you came through is right.
Okay.
You see another hole just to the south of where.
It's the same sort of weird pummeled burrowed
hole.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Seeing them all nerd out on the books, Cora's gonna jump down the hole too.
Okay. Cora, give me a dexterity save as well.
With my glide.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you just float down without a problem. So, Thad, you hear the rustle of feathers above you as Kolra floats down to the floor below.
Well, that's a neat trick.
Okay, so Kolra, you can scroll over to the right to find yourself.
So are we able to see out whatever these things are here?
Yeah, you are, but it's basically just like frozen earth and ice.
Okay,
I will assume that I need to probably follow after Colret and Thad so that shit doesn't go wrong.
Maybe. We'll see.
I mean, I'm going to jump down now.
All right, that sounds good.
Though.
Investigator.
Okay.
Sorry, there's too many people talking there. What
so
was
yeah,
that?
yeah, go ahead. So Crix, you push past these folks and you make your way down there. Are you just jumping straight down, trying to fucking Iron Man style it?
Hell yeah.
All right, give me another dexterity save.
Yep.
Yep, you're fine.
Oh, nice.
Not bad, not bad.
All right. Kolra, or not Kolra, Valhalla, Kalis, Hirokin, Demovan, what are you guys doing?
How far down is it to the floor below?
So, the hole itself is not that deep. The hole itself is maybe 2-3 feet, but the ceilings, everything in here is 12 feet high. So, it's 12 for where that hole exits 3 feet down. It's another 12 feet to the floor.
Do we have any more rope?
Oh, did you not bring the rope down? You left that at the entrance.
Well, how steep was the
You would need a rope to climb back up for sure.
Wait, I have a grappling hook. Hold up. Swing. Yeet.
All right, you're easily able to. Yeah, Donovan, as you're thinking, you're wistfully thinking about your grappling hook.
My grappling hook starts tingling.
Yeah, suddenly, one flies up past your face. Give me a dexterity check. A save. Dexterity save.
Here comes the crit.
Pretty close. So Demovan, in a thoughtful with a thoughtful face on, suddenly just reaches out to your left as you nab out of the air a grappling hook that comes flying up from the bottom.
All right, I'll find a nice place to hook it.
Yep.
God, I love these things. And then slide down the rope.
Okay. Thad, you do see another hole down here that may require another one of these operations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, when Demovan gets here, we know what to do.
Okay.
Although I'm gonna get closer to it and take a look. I just wanted to see if I would have any knowledge of what could possibly burrow like this. If I've seen anything like it.
Yeah. Give me another investigation check.
Investigation. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Thank
So you look at this. It seems that it was clawed from like thick hands, and you have a moment of clarity as you think to yourself that maybe somebody like Mike could have done this.
Oh, and that makes sort of sense in regards to the fact that this is already a weird, otherworldly, stone morphed tower. I'm just saying from Thad's perspective, that would be a connection you'd make pretty quickly, probably.
Yeah, you see what look to be like thick, like rectangular gouge marks that would be from like claw or mechanical clawed hand.
So it's like that. Yeah. So.
Oh, look here. That is not what you see in nature. That is way too square. Something has happened here.
All right. The rest of the party makes their way down without fault. As you guys make your way down to this floor here, the rope dangles from above. Would you bring it down with you, or would you leave it? You do see another hole in the floor here, as well as some doors that lead elsewhere.
Let's check doors first.
Okay.
Good call.
Okay, so the metal cages in this room that are now on the that are basically fallen and broken. One of them is one of them holds a carapace of a corpse.
Oh, carapace. Not a skeleton, is it?
No, it looks bug-like.
Bug-like. Are there any bugs like the size and shape that we've ever heard of before?
It's a chitinous carapace. If you're interested, somebody can roll me a nature check to see what the fuck this thing is.
I'm kind of good at these.
Good.
Hell yes, I have a specimen in my bag.
Exactly what this thing is. It may have come up in your studies, however you want to know. This thing is a thricrine. I will look it up and give the definition. That is. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's this. Fucking. All right, where are you guys? Boom. It is a bug-like humanoid creature.
It's got a thing from Jet Force Gemini.
So it is curled up. It is curled up at the base of this, cage.
I've never seen an ant that big before.
Oh, it's because it's not an ant. That it's you said it was a crane.
Thick crane.
Thick crane.
Yeah.
It's not a crane, it's a thick crane.
I feel like you just made it up, Hirokin. I'm pretty sure that's an ant.
Free crane. They
No,
are. So, I would say actually, this is a weird thing. These creatures are not from here, not from close from here, Hirokin. They are from this material plane. They are located in Faerun, but they are located in Shar, a vast land of plains in South Faerun. Literally the exact opposite of where you guys are right now.
Oh, like if it was a globe, it'd be on the opposite side?
Yep.
It's like a desert close to, well, in the southern hemisphere, essentially.
In the southern hemisphere of this world.
Oh, it's come a long way to come here and die, but yeah, that's not normal.
You got to remember the Earth is flat top to bottom, so if you walk one way, you come out the other side.
Does that mean we're in danger of falling through the universe if we keep going down?
No, you just come out the other side.
My perspective is so twisted right now.
It's what he's saying is that it's like Pac-Man.
Okay. Which way do you all? Which doors do you open?
All of them.
Oh,
The one to the north.
So the one to the north is open.
Yeah, I'll look around.
In there, you see what looked to be a study of some sort. An upside-down table sits in the middle of this room, and books are scattered around it. Clinging to the bowed outer walls is an upside-down fireplace. Along that same wall is a window with nothing but hard-packed, icy earth beyond it.
Anything of interest or value in here?
So, upon a quick look, you see that everything looks to have been picked through or, plundered. You do know that that wizard and his party seemingly did find this tower previously. So, that makes sense that there's a lot of good stuff already taken. However, there are still two tomes that are... two books that are still salvageable that were hidden underneath the table. So, Thad, one of them is called Ajamar's Guide to the Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is called The Unfettered Mind.
Well, that sounds like a self-help book.
It's definitely a Thad-sounding book.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that one. Just give it a little open.
Alrighty.
And I can read. I'm not joking. I can actually read. Just,
yes.
Okay. Slowly.
Guys, I can actually read. Come on.
I have to like mouth out the words slowly as I read them, though.
In the room that you entered in, where you are, Thad, there's a door to the southeast, then a door to the west.
These are up against the ceiling/floor.
Yep, exactly. Everything in here, all the doors and stuff in here, are basically on the ceiling with the kind of archway. So, Demovan, you open the door to the to the west of you.
Yes.
It opens up, and there is a strange, eerie feeling. This room contains the shattered remains of a desk and some chairs, and as you step across the threshold, you get the strangest kind of sensation. All sounds are muted in the room.
Ooh.
Step in,
It's
like
the
just
fuck chamber.
exist for a moment. Like nope, don't like that. Nope.
Yeah, you
Backing out the
hear
whole way.
Demovan, you start to hear your blood vessels pumping when you enter that room.
The sensory deprivation chamber things.
No, didn't like that.
Wait. I must know.
I will step inside this chamber.
Okay. You hear your own thoughts, Thad. Loudest that they have ever been. There is just a giant cacophony of every single conspiracy theory that you have ever heard of or thought of, just echoing and bouncing off each other in your head, getting louder and louder and louder within your own mind because the silence in this room is deafening.
My eyes are wide, as wide as you ever see my back out, staring into there.
Okay, I need to come back here someday with a little yarn board. Okay.
So you look around.
You're gonna need a
You
bigger
looked
log.
around in there.
Yeah.
Both Demovan and Thad, checking in that room. You do see the remains of what looks to be very comfy and opulent, like chairs, like lounge chairs, and a desk. It looks to be what maybe was a reading room or a study.
Okay,
But it's
so
just
it was like a very nice focus room,
Oh yeah, like
potentially.
hyper focus room.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look for maybe some drugs that would help one's focus.
You look through there. Give me a investigation check.
Mhm.
Just a big fucking sack of meth.
There is nothing but shattered remains of furniture in this room and the eerie feeling of your heartbeat throbbing in your ear.
Yeah, I think even after just like a couple of seconds, again, Demovan just like has to like get out. Like
Yeah,
don't like
Demovan,
that.
you definitely get this like strange sensation of multiple voices in your head like, trying to speak to you.
Like
Yeah.
not
All
from-
right.
not from me.
Bricks, in the corner there, you see a door in front of you. Sliding that one open, or opening this oaken wooden door, you see what was a rubble-filled spiral stairway. So a stairway that went up and down, connecting all of the levels and however many levels are in this tower. However, it is now choked with rubble and frost and debris, making it impassable.
I chose the not fun door. I'm going to the weird place.
Laura's gonna jump.
All right, Fuller, give me another dexterity save.
I will do just
Floating.
that.
Okay, so you just, once again, she is perfect. Kolra is perfect for descending through these levels of this tower, floating down to the floor below. Crix, you enter the room and immediately hear your heart beating, and then this weird kind of like sound of like embers cracking in a dying fire, or crackling in a dying fire in your.
That's comforting to me.
Yeah, that
Take a
sounds way
seat.
nicer. What the hell?
I'm just more at peace in my heart.
Right.
Mine was like 18 different Discovery Channel late night shows.
Kolra, you can scroll down to down and to the left to find yourself.
Find yourself.
Thad walks in there and he just gets like the History Channel from like 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. just playing all at once.
Is this another hole, or is this the hole above me?
That is another hole that descends even further down.
Motherfucker.
God.
Alright, I'll look
Kolra,
around,
give me a
but
perception
I'll let
check.
everyone know. Oh, okay.
Something really just punched its way up from the
Kolra,
side.
you hear a conversation occurring between two individuals.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
The north of you. One of the voices is very clear and sounds quite intelligent. The other one is barely intelligible and is rasping, sounding like it's coming from somebody who has like a really bad, like a really bad cough, or has been yelling all night and lost their voice.
I'm gonna sneak to the door and try to listen if I can pick out words.
Okay, with that perception check, you can hear a voice that's just saying, "You cannot become the Dzaan. I do not have a life spark." And the other voice says, I know, I don't have a life spark. He had the life spark. I do not have that, but maybe, just maybe, we can find somebody who does have a life spark. But we need to be able to, I don't know, maybe let's just study those books. Maybe we'll head down to the chamber and try to see if it will work again. This is all so confuddling.
Doesn't sound like they're coming to the door or anything.
No, you hear the sound of like heavy tomes being turned, and the sound of old parchment paper being looked over.
Rassled.
Okay. First, Brain Buddy, I'm going to ask if he knows what a living spark is. Or a life spark, or whatever it was.
Allspark.
Yeah.
Allspice.
Well, he said a life spark. I assume that has to be something from, like, a living creature of some sort, shouldn't it? I mean, that would make the most sense to me.
That make them undead, then, if they don't have one.
Bingo, bongo, bingo, bango. You're a genius.
Okay, second, how far was that drop?
Every drop so far has been a 12-foot drop between. So 15 total if you're falling through a 2 to 3 foot floor, and then covering the space between ceiling and floor.
Okay, so Cora's gonna go back to the hole and look up and trying to figure out a way to get back up, since she's not gonna shout for people just in case.
Okay.
I'm gonna activate my cloak, and I'm gonna do a phase step. So it's my full movement to teleport to a place that I can see.
Yep. So you can see, yeah, you're able to. You activate the cloak, and there is a puff of Fey energy as Korra appears back in the room next to Hyrokin and Kalis. The smell.
This time her eyes are like a bright gold.
Yeah, the strange smell, of like flowers and morning dew, like suffuses the room as she appears.
Petrichor? Petrichor. Is it the smell of petrichor?
Yeah. All right. You all hear the kind of low pop as Korra suddenly appears back in the room, her eyes golden and wild.
We have people here. Maybe undead, maybe not. I have not figured that out yet.
Understood. What's in the store?
All right, Crix, you kick open the door, and you
I imagine
see...
I would have done this while she was down there.
So as you open the door, you see beneath there's another collapsed staircase. However, you do see there is a dead body underneath the rubble. The human skeleton in tattered robes.
Do I see anything that seems of value, or is it buried if there is anything of value?
Uh-oh. I got way too many. You do notice that one of the fingers are missing from the skeletal hand.
Interesting. Nothing of value, though. They probably were...
No, this thing looks like it's been...
The finger was cut off because it had a ring that they thought was valuable.
Yeah, you can assume that, yes.
Yep.
But
I'm a smart one.
Other than that, the room is filled with rubble, and no other floors are accessible through it.
Mm-hmm. Does this look like it goes back to the staircase we saw before that was covered in rubble? Yep. Dead body and a staircase.
Not the biggest find, but...
So Cora emerges and alerts the group that there are others in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think we should do? Should we go say hello? Or should we introduce ourselves with our fists?
Well, I mean, if they're in here, no reason why to assume they're going to inherently be hostile. If they were the people who wrecked this place,
Yeah, but
something called then Spark? Bookman. Have you heard of anything giving things in a spark?
I've looked a little at this book, and there's this thing called a Ferrum, which is a telepathic funnel-shaped monster of malevolent intellect. It sounds scary.
Did you say a funnel cake?
Cora looks to the other book guy.
To Hyrokin.
Yeah.
Hyrokin, you have the term life spark has been used in intellectual circles to mean the basically the energy that suffuses any living being.
A soul, kind of
a
thing.
soul, yeah. So it just basically means you have a soul.
Okay, so I assume Hyrokin would, this is the part of you that, gets tortured in the 9 hells.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. That's actually a great
They're
analogy.
looking to take one of those from somebody.
Yeah, well, I mean, it can often be taken willingly. It might not be inherently
when
bad.
you end up in the 9 hells.
I mean, I probably won't. I'm a good person.
Not you personally, just the royal you.
Yeah, I mean, you bring your tenure to the 9 hells, they'd never harm you, I'm sure. You know too much about them.
I am a published author on the matter. I have you know. So maybe we can negotiate for release instead. It's not always fisticuffs and ambushes.
But to be fair, maybe someone needs to explain this to me, but if they are lacking souls, why don't we just go beat them up?
Because it's
you don't beat up your logs, Thad. Your logs don't have souls, but you don't beat them up.
Yeah, it seems kind of like a bully move, right? Just, haha, you don't have a soul.
I mean, I don't see the problem.
Well, there might be one I don't mind getting rid of.
What?
That does the fry narrow eyes at you.
Cora goes, "Don't worry about it," and drops back down the hole.
Hold up, I'm coming after you this time.
Yep.
All right. Well, going down the hole.
I imagine Thad and I jump in at the same time.
Demovan, do you take the thing from up above and bring it down below? I guess the hook.
Well, if there's 50 feet of rope, it should be good for at least a few floors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So you snake it through, drop it down. Great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Fletcher or Crix and Thad, give me dexterity saves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I will do such a thing with my high dexterity.
Don't fuck up.
Right.
Oh, you fucked up. You fucked up.
I shouldn't be making jokes about anything.
All right.
like
So you
that.
take a damage. You take 1 damage from.
Okay.
falling.
Question: do temporary hit points go away after a long rest?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the bite thing does not say when it goes away.
It's temporary hit points. All right. So Hyrokin, Kalis, Demovan, Valhalla all descend down using normal fashion rope. and make your way down into what looks to be a upside-down laboratory here. The chamber appears to have been a wizard's laboratory, as evidenced by the upside-down storage cupboards and empty shelves fastened to the walls, the shattered glass and alchemical equipment strewn across the floor, and the arcane symbols painted on what now is the ceiling. In the middle of the space, there are 5-foot-wide passageways punched through the ceiling and floor, leading to other levels. Near them, there's a partially collapsed wall exposing a room to the west that lies beyond.
I'll just do a quick hop over the hole and take a look in here.
So you look in here and you see a very interesting room. A stone altar is attached to the ceiling of this otherwise empty semicircular room, meaning the floor, what was the floor.
Right.
An 8-pointed star is carved into the eastern face of the altar, so the part of the altar facing you right now, Thad.
Okay, so clearly religious in nature.
Yes.
Yeah, since it's an altar with a symbol. Does Thad have any idea what that 8-pointed star is?
Religion check, please.
Oh, yes. Religion. Yes.
It's a constellation of some sort. No idea, though.
It's going into the yarn wall. I just don't know what.
Anyone know anything about gods and shit? There's a symbol in here.
I should know a little bit more than you.
Yeah, but it's all. What's your god's name? Kosuth or something? Yeah.
Oh, but for you, it's all Kosuth this and Kosuth that. So I don't know.
Well, all the way down. I mean, he's the best god, so yes.
All right, fanboy, take a look.
I give you room.
Hell yeah.
You still don't know what it is either.
It's not a real god. It's just some sort of false idol.
All right, I can accept that. This place is.
This whole time, Cora is making like a finger over the mouth, trying to get everyone to shut up.
That's right, because there's people.
You act as if Thad and Crix would actually think about that.
Yeah. Cora,
Crix is not dumb. He's just,
paying attention to what's going, like the sound of conversation through that door. You hear the conversation come to a halt, and you hear footsteps approaching.
I'm gonna swing the door open and try to get my own surprise.
Okay, so you come face to face suddenly as the door swings open. You come face to face with the wizard that you saw burned at the stake.
Oh. Yep.
Oh. That
Well,
at least explains something.
That explains why he was so happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And behind him, shuffling into view, you see a very obviously undead body of what looks to be an individual, skin taut across his face, armor on his body, but very much a dead animated thing.
Taken by surprise for a second, then Cora leans against the doorframe and goes, "I hear you're looking for a soul."
There's a moment of confusion as this individual looks around, looks back at the other undead individual in the room, looks back to you and goes, "Did you overhear our conversation?
Aren't you dead?
I saw you die. You're ash."
That is indeed troubling. Wait, hold up. My name is Dzaan. Welcome to the Lost Spire of Netheril. And wait, I'm dead?
You were burned at the stake in.
Yeah, you were kind of cooked to a pretty well done.
There was nothing but ash left.
Well, shit. Okay. Well, this complicates things. Oh my goodness, it really, really complicates things, doesn't it, Quintus? He looks back to the undead dude. The undead guy's just like,
"Yes, it does complicate things quite a bit."
Sounds like
I gotta get my good log out for this one. Hold up.
He looks younger than you too.
We mean you no harm whatsoever. We can explain everything, please. I can either come out to the laboratory or you can step inside our study here.
Study sounds more comfortable to me.
All right, I'm not gonna have you move in there, but there's basically a study. You're not gonna all fit in there. All right, so inside you see that there is some effort has been taken to arrange the contents of this upside-down room, creating a functional office. A table stands in the middle of the room, surrounded by small stacks of books. Lying on the table is a whirring amulet on a chain. This is where you see the two figures standing on the table. One of them is an undead warrior in studded leather armor, and its dead gray flesh is drawn tightly over its bones, and its face is locked in a terrible scowl. The other is an attractive young man in cold weather clothing. His face, beneath a frayed witch's hat, displays studious eyes and a warm smile. Hello.
Okay, is the undead? Is that just undead Woodhouse from Archer?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's what I'm imagining. Is just undead Woodhouse.
So Dzaan introduces himself, and he says, "Well, this is my bodyguard, Mr. Quintus. I think I owe you some explanation, and if your tale is indeed true, that you saw me burned at the stake, well, that is indeed troubling, and makes our mission even more impertinent, or very more important, I should say. I should come clean. You see, I am a simulacrum of my creator. This tower is but a fragment of a Netherese flying city that crashed nearly 2,000 years ago and lies somewhere here in Icewind Dale. On the lowest level of this inverted upside-down tower, my creator has found a chamber that can turn illusions into reality. However, the life spark of a living creature is needed to activate its power. As a creation of snow and shadow, I have no life spark of my own, and, well, Quintus is dead. He has no help in this regard. I assure you, though, the chamber can indeed no way harm a living creature. It just needs one present to start the process."
Oh, inside check.
Shit. That's the used car salesman giving his spiel right there.
Yep.
It's the most suspicious thing Scott's ever said.
Red alarms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's sus alarm bells go off. However, Jesus Christ. Pat.
I mean, it makes sense. Hirokin studied souls and things.
All right,
You know.
Valhalla, would you be questioning this as well as Kalis? Yeah. All right.
Who are you again?
He's dead.
I'll take that as a no.
Said it's warm in there, Kalis.
It is
Oh,
warm.
goody.
Insight check on whether or not it's warm.
All right, Valhalla, no. Okay. Geez, Hirokin, Crix, and Demavan, he is not telling a lie. He is 100% telling you the truth. No harm will come to whoever helps him out in this process.
As far as he knows.
Yes, as far as he knows.
Sincere.
Okay, but
What do you want this machine for?
This machine? What? It will make
This machination.
I would seeing as my what you call the real body of Dzaan is now deceased. Dzaan deceased. It's funny. Well, I wish to become a flesh and blood creature, like the wizard that created me. And since he is no longer in this world, I can replace him, and I would be able to take his place, and it makes it quite easy. So, please, it would be very pertinent, and I would totally enjoy your help, to make this happen.
Oh, hold on. Slow your roll there, Nokpio. Why do you wish to be the real wizard?
As far as we know, the real one was not doing some great things, so you wanting to replace him does not give me much hope.
What do you
You
mean?
want to take the guise and take up the look of another?
Well, what I find interesting is that he was looking for this tower, but he was already here.
Well, clearly he was trying to keep people away from it, right?
But then why did he hire a group to go find it?
Dzaan said that he needed others to help him. came to the far north here with some other companions, but ended up having some sort of a... Well, they ended up having some sort of a spat, falling out. It was him and this albino tiefling who had those vile gargoyles as her guard, and this this woman. All I remember is that she had these annoying little kobolds following her all around, and well, there was one other one, but I hadn't seen her in quite some time.
Wait, so hold up. I'm processing. These are all companions of your whatever.
Mine. Well, yes, Dzaan's.
All from here originally, from whatever this flying, crashing hullabaloo from 2,000 years ago.
No. We were sent here to find this crashing hullabaloo, as you called it. We are from the Arcane Brotherhood.
Oh, that sounds pretty nerdy. Where's that from?
We are actually located in Luskin.
Fuck.
Hey, I've been there.
Wait, if you are looking for this, how do you know what's on the top, bottom? How do you know what's underneath us?
Oh, well, we have taken the time to do a bit of studying while we were here waiting for the real Dzaan to eventually return, and, this is but a shard of the entire city. The entire city crashed, or disappeared underneath the ice of Icewind Dale long ago, and far from here. This is but a piece that fell off from the, main body of the city.
But
How long have you been here?
Here's what I'm trying to figure out. Dzaan went into town and hired people to help him find this tower.
Yes.
Oh, I get it. He wanted life sparks.
What? No, I was created after he murdered those individuals.
Well, why did he murder those individuals?
Okay, there's the problem.
Yes. You see, my master wanted to keep this tower a secret. I wanted nobody to know where it was and able to study it and keep its secrets to himself. So he murdered those companions that followed him here.
And
Well,
you
you said
think that was a justified action?
No, he is quite vile.
But
And
aren't
you
you
said-
him?
I am created in his image, but I have my own volition.
Insight check.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I want to know is, do you have a soul?
Nope! I am made from snow and the will of my former master.
Yeah, I don't
Then
know
what
if
is the self?
You're like a walking slushy.
Did he say that those the companions were the white tiefling and an old necromancer, or the
Yep.
one with
the
kobolds? Oh, wasn't
Yeah,
that
it
old
was-
necromancer my
so
girlfriend
they
or
can't be
something?
dead?
Yeah, there was the old lady, Velen.
Yeah,
Velen.
Velen.
Not to be confused with Valen.
Yep.
Velen.
So
There's
he,
Velen.
That reminds me. Okay, hold on. Never
So
mind.
quickly, he just described that to keep things clear, Dzaan came here to Icewind Dale with he says the names with Avarice, a white tiefling mage, with Velen, another human necromancer, and with a woman named Nath, who he describes as let's see,
A game theorist.
Nath. No, Nas. Sorry, Nas Lantomir.
So we have yet to meet that one, but they seem to
Haven't
be
we
in
heard
important
that name
places
before?
then.
And then
did-
he said that
Good.
he
No,
killed
actually,
those
thank
adventurers?
Cora. Good memory.
Mhm.
Sylvan or Miss what's her name? Velen mentioned that Nas was the one who killed one of her kobolds.
Oh, so
Ah.
there's some shenanigans going on here. They did not sound like a good group of people.
Or killed.
Nas
Sorry,
is
killed two of her
kind-
kobolds.
Yeah, so what you're saying is she's kind of an asshole.
It seems that none of these folks like each other.
Yeah, no kidding.
They said that they were here to find this particular place. That this was their mission from this mages guild or whatever it was.
From the Arcane Brotherhood.
Arcane Brotherhood. They said to find this tower. That was all four of them. Their goals.
They were told to find the city.
So this is one fragment, so they're trying to find the rest of it. Okay, which is explaining why that they're spread out and trying to take some sort of manipulative positions among different large cities here.
I would say everybody who is from Hyrokin, Thad, Crix, and Demavand, you can roll me a history check once you hear about the Arcane Brotherhood at advantage.
Oh yeah.
We're coming together.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Hyrokin, you know the base of this, which is that the Arcane Brotherhood is a secretive society that is located out of Luskan. And it is a very exclusive mage club. Like, you have to know certain people to get into it. However, it's a cabal of powerful wizards. It operates out of what is known as the Host Tower of the Arcane, a multi-spired structure above Luskan, where a lot of you left. The Brotherhood is obsessed with ancient and strange magic and keeping it to themselves. So it's about hunting it down and then keeping the secrets in their own kind of control.
Oh god, they're patent trolls of the magic world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So their leadership consists of renowned archmages who handpick the other members, who basically they're all about clout. No lie. They're all about clout. In order to get into the Arcane Brotherhood, you need to be already a mage or sorcerer of renown, because it's about your name, about what you've done, because they want to make sure that they have that kind of aura of awe about themselves.
So it's like a sociopaths, a magical sociopaths club.
It's Mensa.
It's a magical.
Yeah. No. So basically, every year. So this is very interesting. Every year, scores of wizards from across Faerun flock to the Host Tower of the Arcane, hoping to gain admittance into the prestigious ranks of the Brotherhood. Nearly all candidates are dismissed out of hand, without so much as a test, feeding rumors that the Brotherhood's leaders are more interested in marketing their own brand of exclusivity than finding new talent. Yet wizards seem willing to debase themselves regardless, for admittance to the Brotherhood grants access to the Host Tower's incredible libraries of magical lore.
I imagine it's one of those things where you get in and they have 12 books and they're like, but you signed the agreement that says you can't tell anyone. We only have 12 books.
Crix, you know that basically this is such an exclusive society of arcane wizards and sorcerers and magic users that they have the kind of adage of keep your friends closer and your enemies even closer. So even though you're all part of the Arcane Brotherhood, it is not a brotherhood. Everybody is always in competition with each other, trying to be the first one to discover something and climb the ranks of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Yes. It's a country club of narcissists.
Yeah, it just sounds like some sort of, yeah, exactly that.
How heavy does this guy look?
How heavy?
Does he look eatable, I think is what she's asking.
How
No.
defenstrable does this man look?
He looks... he looks fairly corporeal. He looks as dense as you are, Cholera.
How perforatable is he?
How over the shoulder carry is he?
As much as a human would be.
Alright, I'm gonna try to do that and then head to the hole.
Do you tell him what you're doing?
Nope.
Alright, so as you reach for it and grab and go for him, he says, what are you doing? No, hey, please, unhand me. What are you, please explain. And you hear the shink as the undead unsheaths his longsword. And then he unsheaths his longsword with one hand, then holds out his other hand. You see a black aura glow around it.
I think we're heading to your machine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's trying to help you.
Dzaan looks to you, Cholera, and says, you wish to... if you were to give me a life spark, then... Yes, Crintus, please, sheath the sword and take away that ugly thing that you keep doing. Stop it!
And before she just drops him.
Please, I will go willingly. You do not need to carry me. I will guide you to the chamber.
No, I kind of do. And then I walk to the hole and just jump with him on my...
Oh, no, don't jump. You're going to fall and break my... Oh, you float.
Boy.
Oh, as you're floating down, he just like you can hear him like look. You can literally feel him like looking around, his hands over your back, just like, oh, ooh, feathers, wings. What kind of creature are you? I'm very curious about this.
A living one.
Indeed. If you don't mind, I would like to ask you a few questions afterward. You in the conversation prior to this, he would explain to you that Dzaan is a illusionist. That's his specialty. And Avarice is a evoker. Belen is a necromancer, as was explained. And then he says that Nos is a diviner.
Oh, interesting.
Is Nos little?
No,
It can
no,
Nos
it's not
drift.
little Nos X. All right, so floating down the hole, you make your way down a level. And actually, as you're about to go down the hole, Cora, he would actually tap you on the shoulder and go, wait, don't go down there. There's something down there. Holy shit, I should have told you. Good lord.
I think he probably would have jumped by the time he said.
Yeah,
there was something
absolutely.
down.
So as you land on the ground, Cora,
we hear that
you
above,
hear as a basilisk crawls out from beneath a desk.
Oh.
Oh, it's a cute little thing.
How did you tell unless we're looking at it?
Everybody, let's roll initiative.
Oh, he got the coronas.
That hiss killed me.
Setting him down, Calder's just like, well, good. I kind of had a time limit on some things.
Okay. So let's do some initiative and then.
Oh, I would say I probably my general daily cast of Gift of Alacrity.
Cool.
Same as like mage armor, you just assume
You
it's
alacrity yourself.
Yeah.
Lacquer yourself up, eh?
Lacquer it up.
Every morning you just gotta lacquer it up.
Yeah. So yeah, that's an extra D8.
That's so good. That's on average plus 4.5.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Or in this
Roll.
case, 4. So I have a 12. Huzzah!
Cool.
I am above average. Well, above average if you're
All right,
counting.
do we got everybody?
Over 20.
I do believe so. Okay, cool. Demovan, you are up first. You hear audibly a crash of some sort of desk or furniture as something makes its way out from its hiding spot and hisses at folks.
If I look down the hole, can I see it?
You can see Cora, Crix, and Dzaan over Cora's shoulder down the hole.
How dexterous is it?
I will tell you in a sec. But you do see the flick of a tail as this thing is right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the flick of a tail.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing my big long ass pike, and I'm just gonna ride it down, jumping.
Oh, wait, that actually is like a fucking like ye olde farmer technique of going down cliffs. Is like jumping down and using it as almost like a vaulting stick. Okay, yeah, give me a dexterity save at advantage.
This
Hell
is
yeah.
this is totally the link down air though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, you're able to land. It's not as graceful as you would like to be, but it's right there. This
It's 'cause there's no
basilisk
grappling hook
hisses
involved.
and stands in front of you. Oh my goodness, basilisks are adorable. Look at this thing.
Oh, look at the little bubby.
No, don't. That's how they get you. Oh, fuck.
Damn, that guy's got some thick ass legs.
Yeah. They're
That
thick
boy big.
and cute. What more could you ask
Okay.
for?
Really
So,
underrated. How big is this thing?
how
They're
big
like
is
the
it?
pit bulls of the lizard
It's
world.
just a medium-sized creature.
Is it pull a cart big?
Is it what?
Pull a cart big.
No,
Is it all a cart big?
it is not.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. So you look at this thing. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw because I would imagine you would just jump down the thing and look at this.
Yeah, it'd be instinctual, pretty much.
Con save, please. All right.
Fuck.
So you fall down the hole and immediately your feet start to. You look down at your feet. They start to turn to stone.
That's
But-
not good.
But you can still attack.
Throw down the big ass long pike, pull out the shield and enchanted spear,
Yep.
and give a stab.
Yep. That will miss, unfortunately.
And then I remember back to Thad's training, and I swing it back the other way.
That hits.
Thank you, Thad.
Alright, great. Alright, 8 piercing damage onto it. Anything that you'd like to do to it?
I will add in a menacing attack. For
Okay,
another
great.
3.
Right, wisdom saving throw for it. It fails it.
And
An
it is
additional
spook.
3. It is now, even though it's turning you to stone, it is now freed. It is frightened until your next turn, so it will actually move away from you. Very cool. Okay, Printus, it is his turn. He jumps down the
one last
hole
thing.
without problem. Okay, would you
Can
like
I
to do-
move? Am I
No.
able to move like away?
You are not able to move. Well, you actually
Okay.
are, but your speed is definitely a little slowed. Let me see.
Okay. I'm just trying to
no,
move
no,
out
no.
of the way
You
of
actually
the hole.
are. You are restrained.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Okay.
So there is a look out below as this undead dude falls.
It's
You move to the side.
100% what
He'll
happens.
land over here. It's fine. He lands, rolls, moves. He is also looking at this thing. Oh damn, dude. He looks at it. Would you Demoven, would you call out a warning to anybody?
I think I'd probably be surprised at first, so maybe not
Okay.
immediately.
Okay, so Crentus will make a Constitution saving throw here. He saves. He stares down this basilisk, and will you will do a one-handed longsword attack at this thing. Shunk, 21 to hit. Nails it for 4 slashing damage, and then reaches his left hand out and just grabs into the side of this thing. Life drain. Which
Oh.
one is?
Spooky.
Fortunate. Okay. Okay. Next up, we have our young boy, Thad Crunknuckle.
And I have no idea what's down there.
Nope,
There's
you
been no
don't.
warning. I just hear some commotion. So I'm going to jump in. Staff out as I'm jumping down. But
Oh god, that.
oh shit.
Or give me a dexterity save so you can land in a safe place.
Okay.
Yep, you're good.
Wait,
So
Okay.
you land over there. Give me a Constitution saving throw as this thing's head looks over to you.
I would like to use inspiration if I
Yep,
have
go
that.
ahead.
Yeah, so because this one sounds spooky.
All right, Thad, your feet glued to the ground as they also start to turn into stone.
Oh shit! Why are my legs so heavy? Mom, spaghetti! I need to hit this thing.
All right, smack it.
All right, again, the special technique I saw Demoman do.
Okay,
First for 7 bludgeoning.
very nice.
But I put it back the other way. Oh,
All right, that one swings underneath its jaw, missing.
Between the two of you, you've got the technique down.
Yeah, this is new powers. We have to really, really feel this one out.
Yep.
I'm going to use the other. Wait, hold on a second. Stunning strike is a bonus action, or is that with an attack?
It's when you
It's
hit.
just when you hit.
Okay, I will. I mean, it's late now, but I'll use my bonus action to.
You can
just
use
go
it on
ahead
the
and do
first
one.
strike. That's fine.
Okay, so that would be DC. Fuck, what is it again? 13, I think. It's 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah, 13.
Okay, Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
It saves.
Bitch. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and punch it.
Okay.
Just basic punch.
All right, so you
Oh
spend
no,
a key
no, I clicked the wrong thing. That's not. I'm not doing that.
So you spend a key point to do the stunning. Steel fist punch misses, hits the ground, breaks the desk in
Why?
front of you.
Why can't my feet move, you goddamn lizard?
All right, yeah. So you watch as the stone from the floor seems to be meshing
Watch
with your
yourself,
legs,
Thad.
rooting you in place. Would you call out in fear of this?
This one's like,
Weird lizard down here, can't move feet.
Okay.
Yes, that helps.
I mean, that would
you've
be what he
seen.
said.
So
Yeah.
you've seen what's happened to the 2 individuals who've come down here, and this thing's gaze has shown upon it. Would you? What would you do? Are you staring this thing down, or are you averting your gaze?
I'm averting my gaze for the moment, and I am going to on. Can I see the people above us still?
You can see like Valhana's head looking down the hole.
Okay. Val, Hana, Korra, Demovan, Thad, and myself. I think that's the amount. I'm gonna cast Bless.
At level 1 or level 2?
Level 1.
It's
Three. Okay, no. Level 2 is
is 4.
for. In that case, I'll cast at level 3, and I will cast it on all 5 of us.
Okay. Everybody who's down here.
Yep. So Kolra, Demavan, Thad, myself, and Valhana.
Okay, Kolra, Krix, Thad, Demavan, and Valhana. Great. All right, cool.
Yep.
Any bonus action?
Bonus action will be. Nobody looks hurt, right?
Nobody looks hurt, but people are looking like they're turning to stone.
Yeah, I don't think I have a way
staring at
to
his feet.
deal with that.
God, I'm so
as a
hard right now.
bonus action.
Gross.
The last one is 6 hours.
Oh God, we got
company.
Pfizered.
Bonus action.
Like boner action.
Yeah. I definitely have no boner actions that I can use that don't look at it.
Can I
Don't
use this
look at
boner?
it.
Got it.
All right, the basilisk.
Actually,
will,
I'll use Hungry Jaws. I'll bite it.
at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Yeah, you can't see this thing.
Yeah, close your eyes.
No, I was gonna look at it.
Okay, then roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw plus 1d4.
Yep.
Don't.
Okay.
9.
So you begin to turn to stone as well.
Okay, but being said, I also bite the shit out of it with a. No, I don't.
Nice.
Nope. So you
Dude, we're
snap
doing
as
great.
you lean forward to take a bite out of it, but it meets your gaze, and suddenly your feet are glued to the floor, and you stumble forward, or you don't even stumble, you just and you trip forward, catch yourself, miss the bite. All right, so
Bless up your bite, dude.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Bless this bite.
Blessed be.
Coach
So,
did not
it misses.
care.
One extra tooth was applied. It was on.
All right, so on its turn, got here, got the start here. Okay, cool. On its turn, it turns to Demavand, and will attempt to just chomp you, Demavand.
All right. Is this at disadvantage because he's spook?
He is spooked, yes, so it should be a 21. It will be a 19.
I will reaction parry, add 3 to my AC, and that misses.
The miss is perfect. Okay, so you spin the spear and the shield together and deflect this attack. Kalis.
I'll run down the hole. Huzzah!
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw, please. As you
Oh, I'm
just
so good at
It's the old
this.
man who falls down the pit behind us.
somehow lands on his fucking feet. Thump. You land on your feet. You see Thad's feet are glued to the ground. Crix's feet are glued to the ground. Demavend's feet are glued to the ground, turning to stone. What do you do?
What's causing this commotion?
The lizard, not me.
Yeah, the other one.
I look at the lizard.
Okay,
The
give me a
wizard.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh God, I'm so good at this. In fact, I'm so terrified. I'm going to have chaos reign, and I'm going to take advantage on this.
Whoa.
Oh snap!
But bro, strong guy Kalis falls down the hole, does a superhero 3-point landing in his fucking Christmas story clothing, just like and then turns, looks this thing in the eye, and it's like, and you're like, no, bitch, and then go ahead, do what you want to do.
You mean it's cold stare?
How does it look beat up?
It's looking, it's you know, it's taken some attacks for sure.
Oh well, then screw you, bitch. Go to sleep. Does it have 31 HP or lower? Or 32 HP or lower?
Oh my god, bro.
Please tell me that's exactly 32.
This is too close.
It's 33.
Oh, is it 33?
Is it 33?
That's really funny if it is.
Kalis, I want you to roll me a charisma saving throw, please.
Interesting.
Okay, cool. So Kalis, you weave your magic and put that sleep spell towards this basilisk. You watch as its eyes grow heavy. Those glowing green eyes start to droop, and they flicker. And then you hear, No way, Kalis lad. We're not gonna let this happen, are we? Here, get some extra juice. Roll me a d8.
Oh, goody.
Oh. Oh no.
What does that add up to? 34?
34.
You watch. The basilisk takes one step forward, snarls, its tongue licking out, its jaws open up like it's ready to just chomp down on soft, squishy Kalis. I am still echoing. Give me 1 second. Soft, squishy Kalis. And then you watch as the eye blinks. It looks around. Hits the ground. Asleep.
The two was enough to cover it. Holy shit.
It was enough to cover it.
Look at me. I'm the hero.
wait, we're the punch this thing and wake it up anyways, but sure.
Well,
Okay.
but now you get to do some good shit.
So, combat is still in session. However, it is asleep. Dzaan will look to it, look back to Kalis, and understand what's going on. Let's see. He sleep. What can Dzaan do here?
Cast meteor swarm. Or what is it?
No, he's going to hold his spell. You watch as his hands glow with arcane energy. Kolra, you see 3 of your companions starting to turn to stone. Anything you can do?
What do I know of basilisks?
A basilisk, that their gaze, that's fairly common, that well, give me a nature check. Pretty low nature check for this.
Basilisks are known for their gaze.
It's the most dangerous of gays.
Super bad gaze.
What about
I
their
thought
strengths?
that was me. Unfair.
Alright, roll with that nature check. Yo, this badass lizard is making your friend's feet turn to fucking weird mud.
But I
Weird
I
mud is
noticed
great
they had to
pyramid.
look at them for it to happen, right?
Yeah, you would. There's something weird going on. You don't know what's going on to them, but you know that they have, whenever they looked at this thing, it nasty. However, its eyes are now closed.
Okay. First, he's gonna look up and shout to Val to not come down.
Okay.
Second, she's gonna teleport here.
Okay.
And third, I'm gonna drop darkness on top of myself.
Very cool. Okay. Hey, cone of a cylinder of darkness just goes. Oh wait, no, darkness is big.
Yeah,
Darkness is a
that's
bubble.
big.
It's 15. It's
Yeah.
15 foot sphere.
Okay, well there's a
Different
big.
radius.
It's a radius.
This room is dark.
This room dark.
Oh,
It's the
I
opposite.
can't
of
Uh,
radius.
shit.
Yeah, it would cover everything if
You'd
it's centered
cover
on you.
everything in the room.
And non-magical light can illuminate it. Ironically, Crix's sword emanates magical light.
all right. Hold on. Let me rethink this.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
read it
So
wrong.
you put it down and you immediately get fucking pushed back by the moonlight.
Okay. Well, that kills that plan. So never mind.
No,
Okay.
do it anyway. It'd be great.
Fuck it. Cora wants to hit something. I'm gonna swing at it.
Okay.
Somebody hit somebody.
All right, go ahead. That hits.
I'm gonna pump all of my die into this.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you'd
So
have advantage. Well,
this-
it's
You
not
would have
crit
advantage because
sleep.
it is
Could be a
incapacitated.
crit. Could be a crit.
It's
Oh,
It's
so
a
Well,
chance.
it automatically is a crit because it's sleeping.
Oh,
you're
really?
Right. It's because it's,
Oh.
Oh,
it's paralyzed.
incapacitated.
Or yeah,
Oh,
incapacitated.
Shit.
So
that's gonna be fun. Okay.
what
Would you-
do you want me to do for that?
Would you want to hold? So I mean, this could be a big bada boom if you want it to be. Everybody could just rain down on this thing. Would you? I mean, but it's up to you, Kolra. If you wanna smack it, you can smack it.
If it's an auto crit, I'm gonna just channel everything into a smack.
Okay.
Big smack.
Yeah. So
So it's the 8. You want me to roll again, or we just? it's crit.
no the 8 and then what is your stuff channel? When you do it, what does it do? Oh Jesus fuck. Okay. So
if it's
that
an
Here's
auto
the proof
crit.
of this smack.
If it's an auto crit, then it's another 5d4, right?
Or you just double that.
No, it would be I'd like you to roll another 5d4 plus an additional 1d6.
Oh yeah, let's get those numbers rolling.
Oh yeah.
This smack is Kiergan approved.
Mm-hmm.
You see all that extra damage? It's my damage. It's not your damage. That's mine.
We know this thing has at most 34 HP.
So, yeah, right. So that's 12, 12,
7.
27.
Plus the 8?
Wow, 35.
That means you just push
Okay, how do you do this, Cora?
Holy shit.
Hell yeah. I think she would just like go for the head.
Okay.
Try to take off the head since it's looking at people.
All right, so immediately you go for the head. You take a swing, a measured, precise swing back, and in your mind. Oh yes, baby. Let's take this thing's head right off. Aim for the jugular. Let's make it spray. And yes, there is a visceral spray of dark black blood as you sever the basilisk's head right off. Its head yeets off, ricochets across the room, Kill Bill style,
Hell yeah.
and sprays
Resembles the ejaculation of a bee.
It is gross. Ooh, nice. What is that?
So-
It's lucky is what it was.
Okay, cool.
This extra damage that you burst through here, is it something that looks odd to us? Or
Oh,
is
you
this
would
a-
definitely. You can describe it, Cora. How would this look?
So normally she tries not to use it, like so it's just like a normal swing. This one, it's just like after image of like flower and vines and just it screams Fae as it comes down.
I would almost, if you don't mind, Miss Cora, I would almost say there's like and you definitely see like the JoJo stand type of thing of this very elegant, regal-looking elvish creature, like an outline, almost like a after image outline, standing behind Cora. And as she reaches her arm back, and you see these like vines and flowers and stuff appear, it's almost like the after image reaches back as she reaches her arm back, and then follows the thrust through, like propelling her strike.
And it's very, as you said, it's a lot of nature imagery, Fae stuff.
Yep.
That's going on with it. Huh.
All right. So there is a burst of blood and viscera as this thing falls to the ground, slumps there. All of its however many legs this thing has, I forgot however many. Fucking 8-legged creature just slumps to the ground. Its head severed off and off to the side. There is you watch as this spell that Dzaan was holding fizzles out in his arms as he's now kind of like slumped against the wall. Sorry, if I knew we were going to be jumping down this hole, I would have told you that there was a damn basilisk hiding down here.
Why can't I move my feet?
You shake. Yeah, so your feet begin to crunch and crackle as the petrification wears off.
Oh, never mind. I'm good.
So Demavan, Crix, and Thad. Meanwhile, above Hyrokin and Valhalla, you just hear the sound of combat stop as Hyrokin, you are about to just like jump down there valiantly. I know it, but
Absolutely. You definitely Hirokin like would just kind of jump down and be like, "Yeah, they ran away at the sound of my arrival. And you guys killed that basilisk. Yeah. Neat."
Neat.
I fell down a hole and I didn't die.
Yeah, what the fuck was that, Kalis? How are you alive?
Really the most
Is it possible?
Yeah, I kind of like tripped and I kind of like hit the side and I landed perfectly. It was awesome.
I'd like to make an insight check on whether or not Kalis has been sandbagging on us this whole time.
I'd like to make an insight check on whether or not Kalis ever had.
He's like the
surgery done.
he's like the inverse version of the goddess. Is
yeah,
only
when things are real shit actually.
not
sandbag.
Okay, not sandbagging.
Lucky old man.
So from where I was, I could. Oh, okay. I'm gonna jump down as if I was.
Yeah, so Valhalla jumps down as well. Dzaan looks around as the bodyguard sheaths his sword, And she says, well, I'm glad you're all okay. But, oh my goodness. We should continue onward. Are you still willing to help me? I'm sorry I didn't warn you about that. Things were a bit hasty there.
Insight check. Was he trying to get us killed?
Yeah, go ahead. Another one.
Keep acting like it's an issue. We killed it.
No, he was not trying to get you killed. Cholera just jumped down this hole without giving him a chance to tell you that there was something down
to
here.
get us killed.
Yeah, you have to understand this is just sort of how we operate. We just go first and think later.
Through that door to the south, please.
Sometimes we skip the thinking step.
I'll lead the way. He steps through this doorway into another hallway that's out here. Just quickly, follow me.
Cholera's let go of him at this point.
Cholera let go of him to slay this thing.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
One shot that.
To give it the Omaiwa. He opens this door up, and in front of you, you see a very interesting chamber. Well, the chamber that you were in, actually, there was rusty tableware, shattered plates, broken chairs lying scattered on the floor amid two tables. One was overturned on its side, and then you saw crawling out from behind one of the tipped-over tables a hulking 8-legged reptile with glowing eyes. So, yeah, that was the dining room. As you open the chamber here, you see in front of you, the walls of this chamber are inscribed with interconnected runes and marred with cracks. What is now the ceiling bears similar inscriptions that swirl inward, converging around what looks to be a golden crystal disc 5 feet in diameter.
Interesting.
So, yeah, bear with me now for this, as I'd love to finish this little beat here before we end.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna beat something?
Yes.
Yay.
All right. So, as you enter this room, suddenly an illusionary figure appears upside down in the far corner, standing on the ceiling, or what would be the floor. It appears to be the same long-faced human wizard depicted in the statues just inside the spire's entrance. It begins speaking in a strange, possibly forgotten language.
Do I recognize it?
None of you understand.
Okay. I do not recognize
Unless Mr. Kalis.
I could understand it.
So Kalis, everybody hears this strange language. It just sounds like this very kind of like, I don't know, like it's like you're hearing like old, like very old Latin or some horseshit language that's just like long forgotten archaic bullshit.
Latin's not real.
So Kalis hears this. Behold my masterpiece. Here can illusions be made real. Shadows become sustenance. Create your illusion. Let it stand atop the crystal disc and watch my rune chamber do its work. The image flickers like the hologram in a bad Disney ride and disappears.
I'm not very convinced by whatever.
To the rest of you, it was like, it just said like, they speak
Somalian.
I'm pretty sure your ride is broken. You might need to fix it.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel
There's gonna be a fun show.
Yeah, everything's malfunctioning. It's the bad Chuck E. Cheese. All right, Kalis, what would you say?
Yeah, there's gonna be a fun show. It's gonna be delightful.
What?
Yeah.
Are you high, Kalis?
I wish. And in fact, I think we're low. I think we've gone down.
Yeah,
We're actually at the roof.
Yeah, you're at the roof.
Oh.
You would be, and now you understand, you would be at probably the highest point of this tower.
Makes sense.
So, as you look around, you can see that there are cracks and runes on the chamber's walls. Is there anything you would like to do? The simulacrum of Dzaan seems eager to perform whatever it needs to do here. He makes his way to the center of the room and looks around. And he just says, "Whenever you're ready, I just require a life spark, and we can make this happen."
What does that require?
I'm not sure. I think it just needs, well, somebody to interact with me.
Fuck it.
Interact as in...
Do you touch him?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
Roll me a D100.
Oh
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
This could be very good, or it could be very bad.
Let's hope it works. Let's go for 69.
Okay. So you reach out, and as your fingers go out to touch like the shoulder of Dzaan's simulacrum, you watch as a little mote of energy transfers from Korra to Dzaan's simulacrum. The disc above gives off a soft golden light, and as that happened, the chamber comes alive as the little life spark transfers over. The runes on the wall glow, but you watch as the cracks in the wall also glow. This chamber has been damaged in the fall. Something is wrong. Something is not working as it's supposed to. You watch it. You feel the chamber vibrate as the magic happens. The disc above you starts spinning quicker, 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 quicker. Suddenly, there's a bright flash of light. And you all blink in the afterglow of like a big flash bulb. And you look, and you see before you Dzaan standing there.
And Korra.
All right, did you guys have like a body switching issue, or are you all good?
Did that work?
Yeah, are we in a
Dzaan
tricky Tuesday
feels himself.
situation?
Dzaan pats his chest, pats his arms and shoulders, and he says, I am real. I think it worked. I think it worked. You did it. Thank you. I'm no longer simulacrum. I'm no longer shadow and ice.
I would like to poke him.
Yeah, you poke him and it's fleshy.
It's fleshy. Okay. Was he before? Would I have known? I guess I'd like.
I mean, a simulacrum
I guess
itself.
Korra would.
Yeah.
Let me just look this up. Like, simulacrums are, for the most part,
they're made of they're made of ice and snow.
They're made of ice and snow.
But I also would be like they're made of some sort of like soft.
So the simulacrum, let me see. The duplicate of the creature, partially real and formed from ice and snow, can take actions. It appears to be the same as the original, but half of its HP, and it doesn't have equipment. Otherwise, the illusion uses all the statistics.
Okay.
Lacks the ability to learn. Yeah, I mean, it basically if like Korra, as you picked it up, it felt like you were carrying a bag of packing peanuts.
Yeah.
What I mean cold is he has to strip.
He has what?
He has to strip so we can tell if he's a snowman or not.
Why you want to make the old man get naked?
So he looks and says, I am real. I feel like the real thing now. Man, I wish I had my my spell book, and then I would be complete.
Did we get the spell book?
You did.
We don't have a wizard.
Do we feel letting this man?
I would like to
take
insight
the
check.
role
Does
of
he
another
seem
man?
like he's changed, like, personality-wise at all?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll use my inspiration on this. End of the night, might as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, glad
No,
I did,
he
I
does
guess.
not seem like he has changed at all from what he was communicating to you before.
Okay. I'd look to whoever has the spell book, which I think is not me.
No idea who has it. Would you be willing to give it over?
Something doesn't feel right. I don't know who has it.
Maybe we should look at the spells that are in there before we.
I thought we did.
Yeah.
This is from the top floor or bottom floor?
What?
Bottom, top floor.
This is from back when.
No, this is from back in
this
East
is
Haven when you
actually
were
the-
rewarded
Yeah.
Dzaan's spellbook for
That's part of
clearing out the caves. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get good vibes. I'll give a thumbs up to whoever's holding it, whoever that is.
Do we
Probably
just
one of
like
our
leave
smart
it?
people.
I don't have it.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Somebody has it.
it's probably in the bag, so Valhana probably takes it
It's
out
probably
and just
there.
holds it
Yeah.
out to him. He looks at it and
Korra
he just
grabs the book from her just in case.
okay. He looks at it and goes, "No, you actually have. I thought you said he was burned at the stake. I assumed that all of his possessions were burned. Or all of my possessions were burned at the stake. But his
They
spell
were
book
taken
exists.
by the town guard, and it was given to us as a reward for
something else.
It's the old kill and loot routine, you know.
I'm forever grateful. Please, I would do anything. Please, have this back.
Cora starts to hand it and then pulls it back like when he reaches for it and goes, I think we're going to give this to you. But be mindful, if you make us regret it, I don't think any of us will hesitate putting a sword through you.
I have seen your prowess. I do not doubt that, especially you, my strange hybrid creature friend. Please, I just wish to be whole.
I think when he says strange hybrid creature friend, Crix kind of looks Cora up and down and just realizes that it's not like a cloak.
Also, on top of that, Cora actually would probably give like a very, not disgusted, but very aggravated look when he says that before kind of handing him the book and going to the corner of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you should probably go fuck around with those friends of yours.
Oh,
right.
Oh yes, if my memory serves me right, I will not be finding them again, as they probably would want me dead, seeing as we are rivals at this point. But if you do wish to, I could use your assistance in the future. I do have, I do have some other knowledge from my previous, my knowledge it may be. I do know that there is one who knows some of the secrets of how to unlock where this crashed hidden city has been contained. He seems to be a prisoner in a high security prison up here in the north called Revel's End. He was a former member of the Arcane Brotherhood, but was captured and is now being held there.
Eyebrow raised.
Yes.
You don't have eyebrows.
Brow raised.
Scaly brow raised.
Yes. He is being held at Revel's End in the sea, near the Sea of Ice. It's a high security prison for the Lord's Alliance. They have all of their worst prisoners and most high risk prisoners kept there. But Velash Gant, he knows exactly where how we can get access to the lost city of Netheril.
If he was part of the Brotherhood, wouldn't he just want to kill you and take the findings for himself?
Oh, no. I'm not going to be finding him. I would ask you to find him and interrogate him.
Ew. Well, alright.
But to be honest, we already have our hands full with finding another crash ship.
Right, but this one's an entire city. I'm kind of intrigued now.
We'll put it on the list.
I get the list.
I got my log out.
Can
We're
I
looking
please?
for the mind flayers.
Oh, and that's another thing altogether. May I please have my spellbook?
Yeah, she would hand it to him.
Oh, thank you. He opens
cast
it up, looks
Chill
at it,
Party.
smiles, and puts it at his side in the kind of like, book holster at his side, and he just says, well, now I can finally leave this cursed place. Crintus, we must venture out, but we will be much more careful than my predecessor. We will disguise ourselves and make sure that we are not found or murdered or burned at the stake. I have much thanks. You're welcome to use this tower as a base of operations if you do wish to. Otherwise, we will leave this place now.
Luckily, I do not think you can be tried for the same crime twice.
That is, what's there's a term for that, isn't there?
Double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy.
Yes.
Jinkies, you got it.
What is double jeopardy, Alex?
Cora is very intimate with double jeopardy.
Nice.
in her
So,
profession.
at this point, you guys have, as far as you know, have brought back the Dzaan. Have changed his simulacrum to a actual real human of Dzaan, a real human body of Dzaan. You have in your possession several books that would be if you wanted to take the time here. As it is later in the evening, Dzaan gives you the option to just stay here for the time being. Some of the books I'll just give you right before we end for the evening. Some of the books are very interesting and kind of pertain to what you guys have been hearing. There was one, as I said, the mysteries of the Rime, as Mr. Kayla said, that it sheds light on the telepathic funnel-shaped monsters, the malevolent intellect that lurk in the Underdark. Kind of interesting, but more so just like weird monster facts. The other book that you found in that first room was very interesting, The Magical Wonders of Netheril. The book is a collection of interviews with Netherese archmages who discuss their studies of ancient elven magic and the creation of something called the Mythalar.
Mythalar.
The book includes sketches of such devices.
Interesting.
Valhalla looks at it. Valhalla asks if it's something she can make. She looks at this, and it is, her mind starts to hurt at how complex this is.
Ooh.
You think about it in the future. It is something that you would strive to create maybe when you're at your highest potential. There was two other books. The Ajamar's Guide to the Fantastic. It's a breezy, lighthearted treatise on illusion magic and was required reading for many of the Netherese classrooms. It described clever ways to use common illusion spells. There was The Unfettered Mind. This was a lunatic text discussing how one might exist solely as a disembodied brain. Preserved for eons in a magical suspension fluid. It includes sketches of brains in jars.
Yeah, this is straight Thad's wheelhouse. He's keeping that one for sure.
And some of the other interesting books that there are some other books that you can eventually that Dzaan had in his study that you didn't find, that you saw. There were some books that he was looking over, but there seems to be something quite interesting about this tower. And actually, I'm gonna move you guys over to this little area so you can see what this.
What?
It's a dagger.
Okay, so there's that.
Oh,
Stabbed into the ground. However,
That to scale.
no.
so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4
Oh, we're
floors.
Here?
Yeah, 4 floors, 12 feet each, so 48 feet.
You were right there where
Plus-
Thad
plus-
was. Where Thad is like the bottom of it. Yeah.
Right
Don't
here,
worry.
and then there's just like some spike at the top.
Yeah, but
Okay, so that's 45. So it's like probably about 85.
Oh,
to-
I got left behind in the dagger.
he did. Oh, Thad's
Yeah.
in the dagger solo.
That's cool.
Looks like so that hole we fell down was that spot. Whoa, this is cool too.
That's pretty.
That's a idea of what it could have looked like.
Oh, I see. So
Still
this would have
attached to the
been
city.
as it was. Yeah,
This was a spire.
Dzaan shows us an artist rendition.
yeah.
It's got the the nice little like ridge at the top.
Okay,
So that's like an
so
elf
that's
design.
where that is where we'll leave for the night, as you have successfully, seemingly resurrected a dead wizard from his funeral pyre from his simulacrum self.
Except a
Yeah,
better
I'm
version
sure
of it.
there's
Another
nothing
Maybe.
that'll ever go wrong with that. And ethics aside, it's fine. It's fine.
No double jeopardy though, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe he learned from. Well, actually, he couldn't have because it.
Yeah,
wasn't
you're
him.
assuming that there's common law up here in 10 towns.
He doesn't know. Yeah, so like he doesn't know what happened. He just knows that as far as he remembered, and he would have explained to you, he was created, and then the Dzaan, the real Dzaan, left him here at the tower after murdering the rest of the villagers with him, and then Dzaan left the undead bodyguard to guard the simulacrum, with the thought of it being like, you're gonna guard like this piece of me that I can use eventually, possibly to like live again. Unfortunately, Dzaan was very nonchalant with how he acted in the cities and 10 towns, and was caught, and then was burned at the stake.
Yeah, I hate to see it happen.
So, yeah. We'll cover more of the book stuff next time, because there's definitely some things there that I'm sure a lot of like Hyroken, for example, probably want.
Yes.
So we wrapping this up in the sense like we're gonna spend the night here. Then this is like the beginning of a long rest.
Yeah.
Or ending or
Yeah.
okay.
I would assume so, unless you guys are going to be exploring.
I don't think so.
No, I
Or
don't
a
think so
taking
either.
a nap.
Yeah.
It's nap time.
Okay. So
I used a spell. It's nap time.
yeah, exactly. No, I mean
Or
this
use
was
her
this was
entire
it was getting to
story.
be the end of the day anyways. Like you arrived here in the evening, so this would be the
Right,
appropriate
so
time
it's 12 hours.
to go back up to that next level where Dzaan and Crintus were using it as kind of like the area that they were living. But yeah, that's where we end it for the night there.
Hell yeah.
This
That was
adds a new interesting layer to the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden.
Yeah, because now we could totally follow up on that city shit. Maybe it'd be. Oh man, Thad's all about it.
Yeah.
A hidden city under the ice, secret knowledge.
Weeks of conspiracy.
Oh, it all's coming together.
And it's all based on illusion too, which
Mhm. They don't want us to know about it, so we must.
This tower is based on it.
Big difference.
that makes sense. So other towers are other schools of magic. Got it.
Yeah.
Could be. No.
Could be.
But
Who
this one
knows?
was definitely like you arrived at an entrance. It was this wizard's tower. You found this wizard's experiment. Yeah.
Mm.
So, cool. We're going to stop here for the evening. It is a little bit later than normal, but I wanted you to get through this. This was the first kind of... This was your
Hell
first
yeah.
foray out into the adventures that are out of 10 towns themselves. So, more of this lies out there. More fun stuff. So, thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of your... and Derpy is about to fall asleep at her desk over there, but we are going to call it evening.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care, everybody. Good night.
All right, everyone.
I-
Alrighty. Thank you all for a wonderful evening. I am Scuzz Nugget. Those who are hanging out, thank you for the raid, as well as all those who did chill out here. I am your DM. I will be back this campaign next Tuesday. Tonight we had Crix played by Gastroy, Hyrokin played by your boy Porkins, Demovan played by Korra, played by Neon, Pulse, Bad played by Chuckle Smash, Valhana played by my wife, Derpy Gecko, Kalis played by No Fun Allowed. You can find this VOD if you want it on my YouTube channel. Go and look at Scuzz Nugget on YouTube. It'll be up there very soon. You can see it on the playlist of the rest of our sessions, starting from session 1 of our Curate Hall. We'll be continuing onward in the outer wilds of Icewind Dale in our next notes. Other than that, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Good night, everybody. Take care. We're out.